a map for today. Oof. I am. I got I got my booster and my flu vaccine
Oh.
yesterday.
That's fun.
Yeah,
Did you get hit
I'm not
by
gonna
the booster last time you got it? Like hit, as in, did you experience symptoms
symptoms.
the second
Um,
time around? Because
I don't think so. Like, not really. I think I had like a little bit of
yeah, because
symptoms.
the nurse who gave me my booster said that there aren't, like, you should experience exactly the same thing that you experienced the during your second shot, which was accurate because I experienced nothing. But I was curious if that was
Um,
true of anyone
hmm.
else.
I don't know. I think it's hitting me harder this time around because it's
Is the flu on
uh
top of it?
because I took yeah, because I got two
Makes
different
sense.
shots at the same time. Um,
Hi, Tim.
Hi Tim.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Why did my voice crack like that?
God.
Hi Tim.
Jeez. Well, you're tired. I'm tired. It's just an exhausting week, and it's not even
It's gonna
over.
be a fun night,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
I've
a great
had
time.
such a week. Uh,
I'm like, you want to talk about it? Go
Oh,
for
well,
it.
I already told you about how there was the fire alarm during my
Oh
final,
yeah.
and so I'm pretty sure several of my students took that time to cheat on their tests,
Mm,
and so that's cool. There's nothing I can
mm.
do about that. That was a whole situation. Yeah, and then grading the tests, like one of my classes is a developmental course, so it's like you're kind of, basically I am within normal, but the fail rate is like 50%. So that's
Mm.
like upsetting because there are some people that were so close to passing, and then their final exam grade just brought them down. And I was just like, I'm
Oh,
sorry. This is
that
just how it
sucks.
works. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's been a time. And then with just everything going on, like the enrollment is down for next semester, so they're gonna start canceling classes, which means that. And
Oh,
I looked at my enrollment, like for the classes that I'm teaching, and like
yeah.
basically it's not like I'm concerned for my job or anything. Well, yeah, I'm always concerned,
Yeah.
but like it's more like they'll cancel classes, and then like any of the full timers whose classes were canceled will then inherit adjuncts classes, like classes like the
Got it.
excess will inherit basically. But it's like I had built a
Yeah.
really nice schedule, and I'm pretty sure at least one, if not two, of my four classes are gonna get canceled because I have two people in one and three people in the other. So like,
Oh,
yeah, they're probably going to get canceled, which means I have no idea what I'll be teaching next semester. And I had already started to build like the course, so like that's. I mean, not that I spent much time on that yet, thankfully. Good thing I
yeah.
decided to
Still.
procrastinate. So yeah, it was just like I had such a nice like plan. I was going to teach three of the exact same course, which means that I would have basically the exact same course that I already taught this semester. So like I would
Mhm.
have so little work to do, like
Right.
prep wise. Like obviously I still have to teach and grade and stuff, but like preparing I would have to do very little, and that was going to be so
Right.
nice. And now I'm probably going to have to teach three courses I've never taught before or something. Like I don't know.
Oh,
So we'll see.
I'm sorry.
Yes, Tim, that's exactly what I'm saying. Is that you all need to enroll in my college, specifically in my classes right now. Take pre-calculus 1.
Take pre-calculus one. No, thank you.
Are you
No offense.
sure? I'll
No
I'll
offense.
pass you if you deserve it.
Well, that means that I would actually have to do work for it, in which case,
Well, just if you just pass the final exam, if you get like an A on the final exam, then I would probably be like, ah, yeah, she has a passing knowledge of this class, and then you wouldn't have had to do any work. There you go. I teach 4 classes a semester. At least that's the default. Like a lot of the professors do overload, which means like we have to have 4 to be full time. Like full time faculty have to teach 4 classes, but after that you can take more. You can teach more, and you get like overtime for teaching them. So I teach 4, but a lot of my more senior faculty teach like 5, 6, sometimes even more.
Gosh, my nose is like starting to run now. Great.
Oh, but I finished a book and a manga and another manga since the last time. No, just a book and a manga since our last session. Well,
Proud of you.
yeah, probably more than that. I don't know. I haven't talked about it in a bit. The manga was fine. It was annoying, actually. I was very annoyed by a lot of it. So it was fine. Book I like because it is part of my favorite series that I've been finally finishing. Um,
Good. Um. Okay, let's throw these maps in here. Why don't we? Oh, I see Kate is on roll 20, so they're probably
yeah.
going to be jumping on in a minute.
I'm Tim. I'm currently reading the 4th book in the Unwind series, which is which is one of my favorite series.
Series I.
Series I, yeah. Um, like the first book in the series, Unwind, I read back in high school. I actually read it. I think I read it twice in high school. And then proceeded to never read the second book. Like I read half of the second book twice. And just never finished it, even though it's literally like Unwind was my favorite book in high school, and I don't know. And so I finally decided to read the second book, and I got through it. I was like, what is wrong with me? It's great. It's just as great as the first one. I'm here for this series. And so then I bought the 3rd and 4th book, and so I'm on the 4th book of the series now, and it's still good, and I highly recommend this series, and I'm reading a book that I like. I'm reading a series that I like. I mean, I knew I'd like it. I figured, but like I haven't read a bad book in like a few months, guys. It's
Wow,
very.
you're
I
on
know
a
I'm on a
roll.
roll. I've read like 3 good books.
Wow.
I know, it's crazy. No, wait, I read like 5 good books in a row, I think. Maybe 4, I don't know. Anyway, several good books, a lot of mediocre manga though. I haven't gotten a good manga in the interim between my books in a while. Most of them have just been generic. Like the most recent manga I read was called Real Girl, and is about
Was called
real
what?
girl
Ah,
and or 3D girlfriend, depends on the translation. But it was about a nerdy dude who is asked out by a hot chick basically, and she's just like, and like they start going out, and it's like such a generic rom-com in that way, but like but the whole time there's she tells him at the beginning that she's like going to leave in like she's going to be moving in 6 months or something because of her parents' work, and it's like, but you see her go to a hospital a few times, so it's just like the whole time you're like, terminal illness, obviously terminal illness. Are we ever going to address this? No. Like 50 chapters later, not I think it's like 40 some chapters later, it finally addresses this. Like it ignores it. It says it like at the beginning she goes to the hospital a few times, and then 30 chapters go by, and finally she's like, oh, like her stepbrother who's in love with her, is like, you shouldn't be hanging out with him so much. You should stop making memories with him. It's just going to hurt him. That kind of thing. And she finally, so she's just like, she basically tries to run away from him and just never speak to him again and not tell him why. And it's just like, okay. So, but then he like calls her out, like finally like gets her to talk to him and is like, uh, oh yeah. And she's like, you should just forget me. Like, just forget I existed, because here's the kicker. Because I'm going to forget you. Not by choice, mind you. She's supposed to have a surgery that's going to, for like, I guess a brain tumor. She just says there's something in my head that's wrong or something.
That's gotta come out.
Yeah, that's gotta come out. It's basically how it said. It's like, yeah, okay, brain tumor that you waited 6 months to have removed. Okay, but anyway, and so she's like, so there's a good chance that the doctor says there's a good chance that I'll just forget everything. And so instead of like a normal person would do, instead of being like, obviously that's very upsetting and all that, but instead of like being like, so come find me afterward and so we can restart our relationship because I love you very much and all of these friends that we've made together and all this stuff and you can bring me back and, you know, and remind me who I am and all of that. She's like, nope, just forget about me. It's too sad for you, I guess. I'm not gonna remember you, and so I never want to remember you. It's insane. I'm just like, you literally could have just it made no sense. So anyway, so then it flashes forward like 7 years. So she has her surgery. It shows that she got out alive of the surgery. Like, we were never really concerned about her living or dying after getting a brain tumor removed. Only concerned about her memory. Which, by the way, didn't even have to shave her head for. Like, what kind of brain tumor removal do you... Anyway, whatever. So she just doesn't know who she is. And her stepbrother's there to take care of her, so it's fine. But anyway, so she moves to America for some reason. Like, he takes her to America, I don't know. And so 7 years later, she comes to visit Japan, and she's like, I don't remember anything. And like, kind of runs into this guy, or is like, has vague memories or something, and finally, like, the stepbrother shows her the guy, or she runs into the guy. No, he brings her to the guy, that's it. He brings her to the guy, and because she had felt like something was missing, and suddenly all of her memories come back. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? You had a brain tumor removed where you were so concerned that you would remember nothing, and so you exposed yourself to no things that would cause you to remember anything for 7 years, and then, like, what kind of logic is this? It's just like the last 2 chapters were insane. And I was just like, this was a mediocre manga, and you just made it stupid. But anyway, so they get back together and they get married and have a baby or something. Anyway, and then it ends. And just like, yeah, sorry for the spoiler, but it's stupid. Anyway, there, so this is what, but I like my book. So, manga, mediocre. Book is good. Yeah, why would you want to move to America?
While we're waiting for Shan, I'll be right back. Okay. I have to go to the bathroom.
Hi, Mark.
Hi. Okay, I'll be right back.
That is a very weird... It's like... I'm uncomfortable. Okay, so I guess I just gotta hold the conversation. Okay, what else is going on in my world? I don't know, not much, really. I had the fire alarm thing that I was talking about. Yeah, the fire alarm that went off during an exam. So that was fun. And so like I had a student who decided in the middle of this. So we were all outside in the like 30-degree weather for like 20 minutes, and one of my students who had finished his exam, he just decided to come out with us because I guess he panicked and left his stuff in the room or something. It was very weird because he was saying, he's like, he's like, can I just go? And I was like, yeah, but he didn't. He had left his stuff in the room. But at one point, while we were out there, he decides, I had brought them donuts, right? Because this exam was at 7 a.m. And so he decides to run back indoors to grab the donuts during the fire alarm, when we didn't really know if anything was on fire or not at this point. And so he just like sprinted to get the donuts and came back outside and still hadn't grabbed his wallet or anything, or like his stuff to leave. So that happened. Well, my other students were yelling at him because they were afraid I was going to get in trouble for this. I was like, I don't think I'm going to be the one who gets in trouble for this situation, actually. For once, I'm not concerned about that. True, yeah, the fact that they're adults does help the situation in a lot of ways. It takes some pressure off of me. A little, just a little. I mean, you know. They were like assorted donut holes from Tim Hortons. It was something to do, I mean, for the 20 minutes we were out in the freaking cold, so. Yeah, I live next to one of the very few Tim Hortons in the, I don't know, country or something. So, yeah, it's convenient. They're, like, okay. I mean, they're donuts. I don't know. They don't have chai lattes there, though, so, like, really, what's the point? Because I wanted to get myself a chai latte at 6 a.m. and nada. All they had was coffee. Gross. So, I was out of luck. No, I don't think they're worth risking fire for, but I think we had all by that point decided there wasn't actually a fire, or at least not in our building, so I don't know. It was just a weird situation all around. A lot of weird was happening there. Anyway, we're still, I mean, Sienna's obviously not here, but Shan said that they'll be here soon-ish, so we'll be starting whenever Sienna gets back. We'll just be starting. Just Shan will get here soon-ish. So look forward to that. Oh no. See, that's like a legit actual issue. Ours wasn't even a legit problem. That's what did they do? Did they make you retake? I guess you can't retake the. What did they do? Like for test security? Because AP tests are like SATs and ACTs and all of that. Their security stuff is insane. Whereas like here, it's really just up to me. You know, like there's if someone, I get to decide the fate of these tests. I wonder what would happen if like there was some sort of fire alarm situation in the middle of like an SAT or something. Like would they make all the tests invalid? Would they just have they'd probably have the students like reschedule to a because I wonder. Or maybe they would just start over the time. But then again, they couldn't because of test security. They could talk about it.
Hello, I made it.
The bow and arrow man. I think I remember you telling me about that, but what? Like instead of a bomb threat, you had just a guy with, or like a school like a shooting threat. It was just a guy with a bow and arrow.
I'll speak for this one.
So a bow and arrow?
We had an archery range, and we would like use it for gym class and stuff. But people could use it when the school wasn't like in session. Mm-hmm. And so the guy just didn't realize that school had started because it was the very first day. So he was just like riding his bike with a bow and arrow on his back. And then we got put into a lockdown.
Oh my god.
But that morning, a girl had a heart attack.
Oh my god.
when we were like arriving to the school. So girl has heart attack, school begins, we get put in like an hour and a half lockdown during first period. On my very first day of high school. Me and Tim's very first day of high school.
Not your first day of senior year. This was your first day of high school. Oh my, that's exciting.
Uh-huh.
That's something. My high school years were way boring compared to yours, apparently. Or compared to
my sister was talking about how there's like some TikTok thing about like gun threats, and like her daughter's school like sent out an email like warning the kids that like there's gonna be extra like police and stuff. But I remember going to school one day and there were just a couple cops outside of my high school with AK-47s.
What?
And none of us knew why.
Oh.
And we all just like were shuffled into the building. I still don't know why. I don't know what happened that day.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
I think the most exciting thing that happened in my high school years was the time during our senior year? It was either junior or senior year. I don't remember. Because I can't remember if this guy was in our class or the year above us. But this guy came to school drunk, which is illegal. So, but came to school drunk because his parents. It was his 18th birthday, and his parents owned a liquor store. So, anyway, so he comes to school drunk, and then they like bar him in the nurse's office before his, I guess, parents could come get him or something. I really don't know. But he's barred in the nurse's office, and he like tries to shove through the nurse, and she has a heart attack. So like everyone kept saying that he caused her to have a heart attack, like because she like collapsed or something.
We had we had something one year, I think it was like my sophomore year, where this kid thought it'd be funny on April Fool's Day to pull the fire alarm.
Sure, totally.
And it happened to be raining at the time, so everyone was pissed.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate
it wasn't raining a lot. It wasn't like we were all soaked by the time we got back in, but like most of us didn't have our, it was April, so it was, it wasn't freezing, but we didn't have our coats with us because we were in class. Mm-hmm. And we heard that after the fact, that the kid obviously got in trouble and was taken to the office, and that because it's a crime to pull a fire alarm. Falsely.
Wait, how old were you?
And
how were you in?
I was like sophomore year. I was junior year. He was a freshman.
So.
And we were like bold.
Yeah.
And so he's sitting in the office waiting for the cops, and his mom walks in because his mom is a cop.
Oh.
And saw him, was just like, oh, hey, whatever his name is, I don't know who he was just like, oh, hey, thinking he was in the office for something else, and walked up to, like, the vice principal and was like, so where's the kid? And he pointed to it. Was like, could you not get that? That's, like, the worst. It's not like you could hide that from your parents, because your parents, you wouldn't be able to hide it anyway, because
legally,
you were getting taken into the police station, but still.
Oh my god, that's awful and also hilarious.
Yeah. Before we continue, all right, don't laugh, because I took a shower. I'm feeling it for Kate and Shan. Rebecca already knows this. I got my booster and my flu shot yesterday, so I am not. Well, yeah, woo, but I am not feeling good.
I am not feeling good.
How we doing out there tonight? Yeah, I am not feeling good. So I hurt all over, and it's like one of those things, like, when you're getting sick and like you ache so much that like your skin aches.
Yes.
You guys know what I'm talking.
All the time.
Yeah. So that's how I feel right now.
Does your skin not ache normally?
Yours does?
Probably. It's hard for me to really identify where one ache ends and another begins.
What begins?
Like if I just think for a moment, I can be like, oh, yep. Currently, stomach
Something
hurts, shoulder hurts a little bit, neck a little sore.
But anyway,
legs not you know, like it's just, but you know, you ignore it.
Anyway, I took a shower today, but I was obviously like too tired and lazy to actually do anything with my hair, so I've learned that the hard way. Not used to having hair like this, so
Oh, I totally understand.
I've got like an emo look going on. Like I feel like
do nothing
the
to my
way
hair
that it's
every day.
swooping over is just like
This is styled by Gym Sweat.
what?
And then going to work.
For a second, you said Gym Sweat, and in my head I was like JIM, like that's a name, Gym Sweat. That's a name. Yep. You went to your favorite.
That's my barber's
barber,
name.
Gym Sweat.
You'd think I would look nice every day since I work in a hair salon, but I look
that is a curious thing.
Teenage boy every day at the front desk.
I mean, I was working from home today, so I just
shirt bag baby.
I get compliments all the time from the MILFs of where I work.
The Gales of where you work.
They like the teenage boy look.
I mean, I do feel like that hairstyle is like 3 demographics: teenage boy, MILF, and like our age lesbian. Like those are the 3 demographics of that hairstyle, of that specific hairstyle.
Ah, yes, the 3 genders.
Oh yes, the 3 genders. Love that. Also, guys, I got a new chair.
Oh, you got a fancy chair like my chair.
Yeah, I got a nice gaming chair. It was for my parents.
Also, I love your sweatshirt, Sienna.
Oh, thank you. It's my Provincetown sweatshirt.
Provincetown.
And
lovely.
You can bear
love it.
So the way it's showing on screen right now, you can't see it, so I'm gonna lift it up. Kate was mentioning this is
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I love that.
It's Christmas.
It was
Merry Christmas.
Anyway, Kate made it. There we go.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why I brought it up.
To toot her own horn,
guys.
you know.
Guys, there was one more thing. The reason I actually wanted to show you guys my chair is because I can do this.
Mine can nap. Mine goes like all the way back.
Mine can only go about this far before it like resists. I think it could go further, but I wouldn't want it to.
And I've got like a little.
Chair. It's just an.
I've got like a lumbar thing and this pillow here, which is like detached.
Do you have the little like vibrating attachment?
No, that I do not.
If only.
I have one. I've just never used it.
I didn't
Maybe
need.
All of my aches and pains would lessen. Probably not.
Yeah, I didn't need that fancy.
Or you would shake so much you got a new
That's
pin.
actually probably accurate. Anyway, bring us to the game.
Yeah, so we good to go?
Oh, wrong thing.
We.
Hold on. Ninda, we're
Shan, no you're not.
Okay. Ah.
Oh, yeah. Why am yeah.
Hold on.
It's been, the last few days were very long and exhausting. And I didn't get enough rest, so. But yeah, I'm going out.
I don't know why. Every time I honestly, I don't even have to restart my computer. It's just randomly my computer decides to rename my monitors every single time I go to reference a monitor. So I have to reset what monitor this is. Like on our screen, it's supposed to be this monitor is showing on this setup. And it's like, nope, sorry, it's actually this one today. I'm like, but why? It was that one before. Like, I have this little, like, my drawing monitor. Every time I open up every time I try and draw on it, the pen is, like, over here on this monitor until I switch it around. Like, it doesn't know what it itself is called. I don't understand my computer. And it's like, and when I say it renames them, I legit mean it renames them, because I have named the plugs, like I've named the specific output, like one is using a DisplayPort plug, one is using an HDMI cable, and one is using a VGA cable, I think. And so I have them named for their 3 cables, and then they just swap the names. So I'm like, this is no longer, it's supposed to say DisplayPort, but it says HDMI now, but that's a lie. I know which one it's plugged into.
Oh boy.
It's just randomizing them. Like, I don't understand why my computer can't track which monitor is which.
R.I.P. Rebecca.
Yeah, so anyway,
Oh,
that's why
man.
sometimes the wrong thing comes up when I start this thing.
Alrighty. So on that
On
note,
that note, yes.
we good?
As much as possible.
As good as we can be.
We
All right. I can now move in. Sorry, I'm not used to having a chair that's not like stationary. All right. So, welcome back everybody to the Sleeping Gods of Ninda. I am your humble dungeon master for this evening. And I'm sorry, my regular fervor that I've been trying to maintain in my intros from when we came back from our little D&D hiatus is gone today. I can't. So last time we saw Zahara's mother trying to make the ship leave without them, to not even give them thanks.
Mom.
And yeah, and you guys found that you guys don't necessarily know this yet, I don't think, but Cade, you saw that as they were getting ready to go, there was an animal that was being essentially towed along to protect the ship on its voyage, and probably in not the most humane way. And that's putting it lightly. And that was Callie. You're someone from your backstory, which we'll see if we get to that. And you guys were then wanted criminals. You guys ran back into the city after setting Callie free, and booked it back to Spex's place, which you then found out he was gone, and then you just tried to get out of the city without being noticed. So we had some disguises going on, and you were able to get past the guards and
we stole someone's shoes.
Oh yeah, you stole someone's shoes.
I forgot we stole shoes.
Oh, we did.
I was uploading the episode today because I'm late, and I completely forgot everything that happened. And I was just like,
to be fair, there's a lot that happened.
I couldn't even make a joke. I was just like, I remember we played charades. That's the only thing I could think of that was funny. Like, I couldn't.
Oh yeah, because Estrella also saw her mother from afar. So it was an eventful day seeing a lot of moms. And now you guys are out of Dormishire. You have just... I'm going to put you on the road map.
So many mommy issues.
I didn't know what you're talking about. I don't have a family.
Sure. So... don't have a family. So you guys were here in Dormishire, and you left via this road to go out of the city, and then at some point along the way, I'm assuming you cut off into the marsh.
Yes. And
to loop back around to probably around here for where to meet Callie. Cade, how have you... What is there a range on your thing that
That's a good question. Give me a second. I think we established this bit.
Oof.
I feel that.
Yeah.
600 feet.
Okay, so, I guess you guys would probably have. I don't know. You guys tell me. Where do you think that you guys in this little inlet that this little branch of the oh gosh, I forgot what I called my own river. The Dormant River. That little gash of the Dormant River. Where do you think you guys ended up to get to the
Well, I would assume that we weren't going to walk through the marsh for too long, right? So, probably not too far from, like, obviously far enough from town that they couldn't see us or anything. So maybe a few miles down, but not that far. So, like,
that's what I was thinking. Like a few.
And where along the? Oh, sorry. Can you do that again? So I can see
like
where you were.
here-ish.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like long enough where the Dormishire would be out of eye shot.
But it wouldn't take
eye shot.
Sight.
Sight. Right.
Out of sight. Out of eye shot.
Out of eye shot.
Good.
All right. Well.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna have to clip that. I feel because that was a sentence that came out of my mouth.
Anyway. Yeah, so probably not more than a few hours down, because, like, as long as they can't see us, what does it matter where specifically we are? I mean, we want to be, stealthy about it.
Yeah.
But...
Okay. Now, Cade, I'm gonna say, how do you think that you would have tried to convey this to Callie to meet you downriver?
I think maybe I would have used the horn once as we were leaving.
Okay.
And then once when I got closer, I feel like knew where to follow.
Yeah, I think that works. So you guys end up at that little inlet. Oops.
So Cade just pulls out a big horn and blows it. I must say, I have to ask, what is that? I feel that this is a conversation that we should probably have.
Is it?
Possibly.
It's a sailor's horn.
Sailor's horn. Are you a sailor?
I'm not.
Did you steal it? Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, I didn't, thank you very much. I didn't steal it like I stole those shoes.
Yes, and I do appreciate shoes. I mean, I'd still appreciate being in a marsh, but, like, it's a little bit better than sinking into it with the 6-inch heels. So.
And a little bit better than being locked up in jail.
Well, yes, that too. So, no explanation. Okay, fine. What does the horn look like?
Okay.
Is it like, I'm picturing like one of those horns that looks like literally a horn, you know, but like hollowed out like ivory kind of.
Oh, like a.
Yeah, like
that.
Like upward and like white ivory kind of looking thing, but probably not real ivory because, you know, but like that's, but not, or is it a trumpet? Those are your two options.
Nope, you're exactly correct.
So it's a trumpet.
It's the horn of silent alarm, is what it's like technically called in D&D, and that is exactly what it looked like. I just googled it.
I've probably seen a picture of it, honestly, considering how many times I've read through the D&D books.
Is this like a dog whistle then?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So the way that it works is that you can target somebody specifically to hear it.
Is that this is Rebecca asking, is that your one item?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I was just wondering that myself.
So just a reminder to those of you watching, when I had them create their characters for this campaign, I gave them all the option to pick one wondrous item, which is the class of item, that they could have as their... Yes, sorry, common wondrous item. To kind of just add a little something to their character, and Shan's was the Pot of Awakening, which turned into Monty.
Monty.
Could have picked anything, Shan, just saying.
I mean...
Yeah.
I allowed them to pick Monty.
Yeah.
You literally asked because you were like, I know that I'd be having like 2 familiars, but like I was like, as long as like Monty isn't game breaking, then that's fine.
Game breaking in his own way.
Yes.
See, okay, there were like tattoo ones that I was interested in, but then I was like, I don't know how that works on scales, so I ended up not going with that.
The tattoo ones are cool.
Yeah.
You still don't know what mine
Cade,
is. So.
Yeah, Cade got took the Horn of Silent Alarm. Why or what that has to do with their backstory? You know.
I actually just rolled a wisdom saving throw for Cade, to see if they would spill anything, and they did so terribly.
I forgot that I need
So,
okay,
love
I'll
it.
listen to this and then I'll
as for walking, when you ask if they're a sailor, they're gonna say, no, but my dad was.
Oh.
You have a dad? Just kidding.
I have two.
Well, I would have had to come from somewhere.
I knew that you had 2 of them. That's one fact I know about you, is your 2 fathers.
Hey, you know what I just realized? In both of our campaigns, you have same-sex parents.
Yeah.
2 moms and 2 dads. You make 2
That's not even an accident. That's not an accident either.
Probably not.
Harrowing originally had 1 and 1, but that changed.
I think... I remember us talking about, like, what should happen. No, you chose to have 2 dads. That's right. I was trying to remember. A long time ago. Thank you, Tim, for clipping that.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sure Shan wants to remember that always.
Yes.
So,
Be out of eye shot.
So Cade said that her dad was. That their dad was a sailor.
My papa.
You know, the what's the phrase? The plot thickens.
Super thick now.
Yes, I've
Super
learned so much about you. I feel like I know you so much better now. See, was that so hard?
Look.
Do you actually say that?
Yes.
Cade is going to fully stop walking and just turn.
Wait,
their
we're
head
on
to
horses.
Estrella.
So you stopped.
I've just continued walking.
Like, you're fucking with me, right?
I don't know what you're talking about. Come on, we've got a boat to catch.
I dare you to name a single one of your relatives we saw.
I have none.
in
I am
town.
an only child of... I came out of the mist.
Oh, we know that's
Starlight.
so
That's why.
horse
That's where the name comes from. Get it?
I'm gonna start walking in and catch up to Estrella and just push her.
off
Can I make a strength saving?
Oh, we're on horses.
Yeah, we're on
Damn it.
horseback.
Oh, we are? Oh, I forgot. In the
Yeah.
marsh?
Yeah, you are. I'm gonna say, Cade, do you actually do that? Because you are on horses.
That's dangerous.
Alright,
not a
I
strong
think
rider.
that's going to be a dex check
I hate
to stay on
these
the horse.
fucking
Dex
horses.
check or dex?
Dex save.
throw?
Sorry, save.
What do I have to roll against that?
Nothing.
No, it's for me. It's a dex save for me, I
Yeah.
assume.
Oh wait, actually,
right?
no. It's gonna be contested, but it's gonna be contested with Cade's strength.
Oh, good. You have a -2, so that helps me.
Oh yeah, that makes Cage strength versus Estrella's dex.
I got a 13. I had rolled a 15.
I got a 15. I had rolled a 9, so.
Damn it!
Damn.
So, Estrella, you do not fall off the horse, but, like, you know, Cade still gives you, like, a bit of a shove.
Ow. Rude. That's dangerous.
I see this and I'm like, all right, come on, let's get going. We gotta get out of here. I do not want to stay around here.
No, I would pay
guys...
good money to be out of the marsh. There's a lot of bugs here.
I would pay good money to be away from Dormashire.
Well, yes, that too. Though there's also good money in Dormashire. It's a double-edged sword.
I don't need money.
Well, speak for yourself.
Yeah, no one told me that Dormashire was mommy issues central.
I don't know what I mean. Yes, Zahara has a lot of issues with her parents that were in Dormashire. You're correct. It is sad.
I love Savage Cade. I just have to say, it's just so fun.
Hey, they're a College of Whispers bard.
True.
It's great.
I like. Cade didn't cast cutting words, but I think they cast cutting words.
It's kind of sad that it's just my own personality seeping out.
True.
Zahara says nothing.
Estrella.
Because she's not gonna like contest it. She knows she has mommy issues.
Estrella is fully denying everything.
You are actively denying that you have mother problems in Dormashire?
Mother problem?
Insight.
Yeah.
No, are you actively denying that?
Yes.
Make me a deception check.
Insight check.
Roll insight. Cade, you may also roll insight if you would like.
I mean, we already
18.
know what the answer is, but
22.
I guess it's more so.
22 insight
Yeah, gee,
versus
you figured
8.
out that I
21.
You figured out that I have
And 21.
Yeah,
a family that I've been lying
you
about
both
having a
are on the
family.
same wavelength. Zahara and Cade, you are both on the same wavelength. And as Estrella is like, I don't know what you're talking about, you're like, bullshit.
I have mommy issues. You think I can't pick up on the fact that you also have mommy
Who
issues?
doesn't? Except for people without moms, like me. I have none. I have no parents, no family whatsoever.
I think I'm the only one here
Except
without a
for
mother.
Hollow. We all know
You
about
keep
him.
telling you keep telling yourself that,
I
Estrella.
mean, you know, your family is what you make of it, so...
I love the found family trope. I'm sorry. This is a quote from Amphibia. But one of the characters is like, oh, I love the found family trope. What?
I said, and just a sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't
That
have
a
to be
lot
a
of
quote.
people say
Yeah.
often.
No, but the way I said it was like, oh, I love the found family trope. She says it like that.
I genuinely thought that was just.
Yeah, I assumed that was just
yeah.
you speaking.
I'm just
right.
Marcy from Amphibia.
So-
It's okay.
So do you guys continue this conversation? Or what?
I'm
Okay.
not.
All right. So as you guys continue walking through the marsh,
Trotting.
you
Boots bag. Ooh, can I do an investigation check as we're like walking to, or actually, I guess it wouldn't. Can I be passively investigating?
Well, you don't get to choose if you're passively
No.
investigating. That
Oh.
passive literally
I wanted
means
to
you aren't doing it. It's just your
Did I get
ability
armor?
to do it. What?
Okay, can I just roll a die then to see if I find like, I don't know, any good berries and bushes or something as we're walking?
yeah, roll me a nature check.
Okay. True, yeah, I guess the nature check would be better. That is going to be a 17.
Okay. Honestly, you don't really find too much. Actually, no, what you do find though is you see that as you're going by this like kind of one particular area that's more like a bog, like with water. You see some cranberries growing. You see there's like a cranberry bog.
All right, I
but
collect the cranberries. Oh, wait. Okay, wait. Sorry.
I want you to give me another, and I want you to give me an investigation check.
Okay.
And Zahara, I'm gonna give you advantage on this.
Okay. All right. Advantage. All right, that is going to be a 20.
20?
Not natural.
You stop and you kind of smell the air. And I'm going to take you guys back to the road map for a moment.
Does it smell like sulfur?
No, it doesn't smell like sulfur. But it smells brackish.
Brackish?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And you then lean down and you just kind of dip your finger in the water and just
It's a salt marsh.
It's a salt marsh. But you're pretty far out from the sea. Pretty far inland.
Interesting. So I guess while she's collecting the cranberries, she would have gotten off her horse, collected the cranberries, and then I guess smelled it,
Mm-hmm.
and cranberries in the salt marsh. That's not right.
It's gonna be very.
Do I know
they're
these
gonna
are
make very
cranberries?
salty cranberry
Yeah, you know
sauce.
they're cranberries.
Not very
Okay.
good with turkey. Thanks. I can't think of an equivalent. A fantasy Thanksgiving.
Harvest.
Yeah.
Harvest.
Interesting.
Fine, for the harvest festival.
I think we're dealing with a saltwater intrusion event.
Yeah, you've completely lost me.
Where is Zahara? Is she on the ground?
Yeah, I would assume that you're
she's
you got off
standing,
your
not on her horse.
No, I assume you got down off your horse and you.
Yeah, I'm on my horse, and we're just I'm hanging over the neck of the horse to be oh, there's. No.
Yeah,
You'd
and then
want to,
somehow
lean
reach the
over
water
real
to
close
taste
to
it
Zahara
or something, or whatever.
and get near her ear and be what the fuck does that mean?
Yes, and I'm just going to not even
That
get near
means-
your ear and say, what language is this? Is this Nindese? I don't know what you're saying.
It means
Nindin?
This is not
Nindin
normal.
probably would be.
No, it's
Ninda.
Nindarian.
Nindarian, got it. Is this...
Oh my God, Sienna! I
Shut
love
up.
that.
Thank you.
Darian. Speaking of, I found a sea anemone yesterday on one of the beaches, and it was super cool. And I gotta show you a picture I got of it.
Looks very cute.
And meanwhile, Rebecca and Kate are what the fuck are you
I know
talking
what an
about?
anemone is. You also did send a picture of
Anemone.
it, but yeah.
No, but how I got from point A to point B.
It's,
But yeah, okay. So anyway,
sea
I
related.
turn to y'all and I say, what this means is that this is not normal.
I got that from your face. But why does that... So it's a little salty. I'm sure that's bad for the fish or whatever, but how does that affect us?
Not normal that we should be concerned
it's
about, or
probably-
just your.
No, if you haven't
Right.
noticed lately, the world isn't normal right now. We're maybe this is just part of the whole parallel whatever has been seeping through into our world. This is the least of our
is
problems, I'm pretty sure.
Estrella,
Kelly.
as you say that, you guys walk up on a shipwreck in the middle of a marsh.
Yeah, so
Now
I'm
that
just
is
gonna go with
really
again
not normal.
parallel world. Or wherever all this stuff came from. Didn't we come to the conclusion that it was probably a kind of...
I'd like to go to the shipwreck and investigate it.
what's it called?
Yeah, you can investigate it.
Alright.
Convergence event is what occurred. And this is part of the convergence.
Avatar?
Yeah, well, I'm sure,
alright,
but
that will be a 18.
I bet you...
Also, Rebecca, the name of the event that you're talking about is known as the collision.
Collision, thank you.
I got an 18 to investigate the ship.
18?
Yes.
It looks like a pirate ship.
Looks like a pirate ship. Is there a name on the side of it?
No. The back half of it is where, the name would be, is broken away. It's not there.
Oh, the back
This
half
is
isn't
just
there at all.
yeah. But what you do see, like, burned into the wood, is another tarot card.
Oh, I totally
Interesting.
forgot we found a tarot card. Where did we find that before?
Wait, we found a tarot card?
Yeah.
In the library, you and Cade had to take out these, like, stone tarot. They happen to be tarot cards, but you took out
right.
these stone pieces.
Yeah, that's not in our handouts, by the way. But I remember it used to be. It's just gone.
I think I put it in.
Well, either way.
Okay. I'll find them.
Which
I
card
remember
is
what they
it?
were.
You said
It
it's
is-
burned into the ship?
Yeah, like
Oh, like etched in.
etched in.
Does it look like one of the same tarot cards that we had seen at the library?
Which
The Fool.
Thank you. What was the one in the
The
library?
Fool.
The Magician, the Tower, the Empress,
We found that many of them? I totally forgot. It's
and
been so
you
long.
found one more. Hold on, I actually have to look it up, so don't necessarily quote me on those. I forgot exactly.
I'm also pulling up my spreadsheet of notes that I took, but my laptop's super slow. I have an idea for one of my future characters that I'm gonna like take campaign notes like in a journal, and I'm gonna like try to make it like leather bound and like spill like coffee on the pages and like have like some singed edges and stuff. All right.
Sounds aesthetic,
So-
but also difficult to read.
I mean, it's
I am very zoomed in.
aesthetic.
So,
Um,
can I? Well, okay. You did a thorough investigation, I guess. Is there any sense that no? I don't even need to investigate to know this. This ship is obviously from whatever we collided with. Do we know what we collided with? I don't remember. It's been so long.
Yeah, it's a.
Can you?
It was so. What you guys know of, or you know what? Give me a history check.
Okay.
Let's see how much you guys know of what happened.
18.
Me too.
wait, history?
Yeah.
Dang, man. Like, we're getting some good rolls. My history is a. Y'all not gonna believe this. 18.
Okay, what does an
Perfect.
18 or possibly an 18 or an 18 get us?
An 18.
We
so
all know the
what you
exact
guys-
same thing.
What you guys? Well, you were all in the same place when it happened.
That's
This
true.
was at Estella's
It
show
occurred at
in
my
session
show.
0. Yep. At the very end of your show, and it was what is like the full title of the event is known as the collision of the realms. So basically, in this world, planes are known as
Right,
realms.
yeah.
There's 3
I
of
have
them.
that written down.
Yeah.
Right. Realm of others, mortals, and ethereals. I have that written down.
Good. Proud of you.
Thank you.
And so the realm of others, essentially the Feywild, collided with the realm of mortals, and kind of just like stacked on top of each other.
Right. So presumably, does this seem Fey in origin in some way? Like, does it seem like it could be?
I'm gonna say that you wouldn't know that.
I guess that makes sense.
None
but
of
I
us
just
would know
meant,
that?
really, I'm more asking, does it seem like a ship that one would see in this world? Remember, I did grow up in a port town, so like I've seen ships. I'm wondering if it looks unique in any way, like it would have originated from a different world.
Also,
realm,
same, since I grew up in Coven's Cove, which is on the coast, and I helped out the docks a lot. Have I seen like any ships like this?
I want to roll a check to see if this looks familiar to me.
Okay.
Wait, was the history check to see if it was familiar to us, or
No, the history check was to remember things about the realm, like the collision of the realms.
One would
Okay.
probably remember that. If we had all gotten like 2s on that, does that just mean, oh, I guess I wasn't here a year ago? That was a weird show that one time.
So I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say all three of you can give me insight checks.
Oh, good, yeah.
I got a 26.
I got a 23.
Oh, I only got a 17.
Only a 17.
Yeah, right?
So, this ship does not look familiar to any of you guys. This is literally a, like, pirate ship. What you would think of. It doesn't look like a military vessel. It doesn't look like a shipping vessel. It looks like a place where people have lived and probably pillaged. It looks old.
Okay.
It looks very, very old. Like, you walk up to it, but you don't think that you can go, like, inside any part of it, despite it being, like, broken in half.
It looks like too unstable stuff.
So
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
but it does look like the kind of ships that we have in the kind of ships that we would see just withered away. So it doesn't seem otherworldly, is what
No.
I'm getting at. I'm not saying it can't
No,
be
it doesn't
otherworldly,
seem
but it doesn't
otherworldly.
seem that way. Okay.
No, it doesn't seem otherworldly. It just looks old. Like, very, very old.
Okay. Interesting. So it's like
When
it's
there
like
was a
been here
collision
a
of the
while.
realms.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like 100 years old.
Right. Okay. So
Zahara's
Or
going to turn to the other
it's
two
a
and
couple hundred
say...
years old.
it didn't just
Zahara's going to turn to the other two and say, when there was a collision of the realms, which I would assume is a spatial collision, do you think there was a time manipulation event then as
That's
well?
interesting. I just assumed that. So, are you positing that the ship crashed during the collision, but then was made to be 100 years old? Because I just assumed that it had been crashed 100 years ago in the realm of the others and just kind of popped over here.
I mean, that's possible, but I don't know if does time in our realm work the same in others?
I don't.
Or is this
Rebecca
a ship
knows
from
the
our
answer to
realm
that,
but
but
from 100
Estrella
years?
wouldn't. So, I don't know.
I mean, I also know the answer to that because I've been listening to that.
Yeah, exactly. But so, I don't know. I mean, I don't know basically anything about other realms. I prefer to just think about the one that we're in. You know, other realms don't make me any money, so what's the point?
I've always been fascinated with the Feywild, but never visited or anything like that. It was just, books I'd read.
Yes, truly, I know.
No, Zahara, I will tell you, you can't visit. There is no, there was no travel between the realms.
Cool.
So, how do we know that it exists then? If there's no travel between it. Obviously, I'm not saying that I should be able to visit. I'm asking, is there travel between for, really important... how would we know that it's there if no one can get there? Is this a religious thing?
There may have been some people that have gone over, but...
Okay.
For as long as you know that it's kind of just been a... I will say this, that, beings have come over before, but no one from this realm has ever gone there.
A crab trap.
Oh, okay.
What?
I don't know
what?
That's just what in my...
Like
Anytime
a crab
Crab trap.
I mean,
do you
yes,
understand why I said it?
Yes,
I mean,
do,
not
but
what.
Still, I don't.
Honestly, yeah. There's no understanding
understand.
why I said it, but you get what I'm getting at.
I understand what you're saying. I'm just surprised it came out of your
It's
mouth
honestly
and not
it's the
your
first thing
serious.
that comes to mind when I think of something being able to go through and not come back is a crab trap. There is a guy.
I mean,
okay,
yeah,
to
you're
be
not
fair,
wrong.
I went. Hold on, not in Estrella's voice. To be fair, Rebecca went to elementary school with this kid who was obsessed with crabbing and talked about it constantly. Brought like crab traps to like show and tell and stuff, and like, so I know what these things look like.
Yeah.
So anyway, but yes, that's the first thing that I've anytime something is mentioned that it's like it's one way, for some reason my head goes, yeah, you can go in and you can't go out. That's a crab trap. That's how crab traps work.
Like a cage just shaking their head, like.
Wouldn't any kind of trap be like that? A mouse trap?
Yeah, but there's no going into a mousetrap. You're just, well, I guess some have ins. But that's like you get
humane ones have
so
The
like the
humane
way
ones,
a crab
yeah.
trap works
Yeah,
is
the
you go
humane
like
ones.
through like a little thing and then you're stuck in there, you know? And you can't like go back out.
Kate nodding in comprehension.
Whereas like the
I understand the concept of a trap.
but like a mousetrap,
In
you're
which
they
the
just
thing-
clap down on their
Okay,
tail or whatever.
Anyway, I think we've diverged quite a bit.
I think we haven't. We've had enough of a discussion about crab traps.
That neither me nor Sienna started.
Yeah, really.
I was just making an accurate comparison, and y'all just couldn't accept it.
It was accurate.
No, I'm not
Very
making
funny.
fun of you. I'm
Anyway.
making fun of us for the fact that it wasn't me or
Yeah,
Sienna that
Yeah.
came
Can you
up
just
with
get
the
back
marine
to
biodynamics.
discussing your brackish
Anyway.
water and all that, and I'll use the
Anyway.
references that the real people
Rebecca.
understand.
Yeah, I don't expect that from me and Sienna.
Okay, so is there anything else you guys are doing with this ship, or are you going to go?
Can I see if this is a pirate ship? I obviously want to check if there's treasure on it.
Well, I said that it would be too dangerous to actually walk into. I mean, you can, but you might have to make some checks.
Ugh, man. Oh,
Can I just
wish
make
Ruby was
like a perception
out.
check to see if it would be worth it?
Yeah.
Not that I.
see, if Ruby
I
wasn't
have such
like
bad
0
perception.
hit
That's
points
a
in my
10.
bag.
I forgot perception is
Yeah,
like one
no,
of my lowest skills. I mean, not lowest, but like it's not good.
You don't know, but
Yeah.
I mean, it looks pretty rundown.
Fair enough. Okay, not gonna.
You
advance
see that
it.
also something. You don't think, I will say this, the drawing of the tarot card, you guys don't think that was originally part of the ship.
It's like graffiti.
Oh, lovely.
And the Fool was not one of the tablets.
No.
Yeah, okay, because that's what I have down too. So this is a new one.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Is tarot a big
Can
thing
I-
in Ninda?
okay.
Like, do we know what tarot is?
Yes.
Okay. So it's
I'm gonna say
okay.
yes.
So this is
because
like a
I
thing that
want it
exists
to
in
be a
this
thing.
world. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say tarot exists.
So these aren't like foreign symbols to us, or names, or the concept of tarot.
no,
Okay.
you don't. Other than being tarot
Yeah.
cards, you don't know if they have any
Okay.
sort of other significance.
Right. Okay.
But
like, I just want
Okay.
to know if we're allowed to have the knowledge that like tarot cards are supposed to be for the future and blah 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 and all that. Okay. Interesting.
I
I wish I
have
knew
one
more about
last
tarot.
thing.
Honestly, Rebecca doesn't know anything about tarot except for the names of like half of the cards.
I will say that this is something. When it comes to those, I would not consider it metagaming for you to look it up.
Yeah. Okay, the last thing
Yeah, it seems
Zahara
like
wants to
something
do when
Estrella would know.
with
Yeah.
Go on.
with my investigation check for the tarot thing, am I able to get a sense of if it's burned there? It's
Yeah,
burned.
it's burned there.
Do I get a sense of if the burning was magical or not? And also, is there a tag? Because a lot of people, like when they do
There is
graffiti,
no
they'll
tag.
tag it. No tag. Okay.
There is
So
no
it's like
tag.
wood burning. So like with a.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, because it's like
Okay,
to do wood
so not
burning,
like-
you need like a very precise tool, unless you're doing it magically. I would assume.
Or if you're making a giant tarot card.
So.
Okay, and it was. Do I get the sense it was burned like magically or not?
Arcana.
Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
All right. Jesus, man, I am rolling great today. Knock on wood. I gotta do that because otherwise
We're gonna get into an encounter and not.
And
be
then
able
I'm gonna
to hit
roll like shit.
anything.
Arcana.
And
That's
all
a
the ghosts
17.
pop out of this
Oh.
ship and attack us or something.
I only have a +1 to Arcana, but I rolled a 16, so.
No, it wasn't done magically.
Someone's
It
gotten
just looks
old.
like. I'm gonna say that it
Is that what
looks
it's
like
called?
somebody took, like, a fire poker
Oh.
and like heated it up, like,
They
or like a branding
branded
kind of thing,
it.
like heated it up to the point where you could etch with it and drew this.
Does it look 100 years old?
No.
Interesting. So it's more recent.
Mhm.
Possibly after
okay.
it came to our side.
Zahara's gonna turn to Cade and ask, Cade, is Callie freshwater or saltwater? Or is she able to go in both?
You can go in both.
You can go in both.
Alright, good. Alright, well, I've collected some cranberries, and I don't know what else there is to do with the salty
You
cranberries.
those. That sounds
Alright,
god-awful.
so you guys are just continuing down?
Yes, I don't
And I'll
see
put them
anything
into
else to
some
do.
fresh water, let some osmosis and diffusion take place.
Okay.
Goodness. Okay, so you guys make it down past the ship and meet up with Callie at the edge here. Callie sees you immediately, Cade, and goes like gives like a little like trill and kind of like comes up to you and tries to like nuzzle you.
I'll pet her. You know, like put my hand. You know, let.
Yeah.
The hiccup. The
How
hiccup.
you
How
let
to Train Your
giant
Dragon.
creatures touch your
thing.
hand?
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
I'd like to come up too and like kind of like put my hand out, but like low, like you know how you would if you were like meeting a dog for the first
Yeah.
So the
time.
hiccup. How to
Yeah.
Train Your Dragon thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Callie, I think she kind of like looks at your hand. She sniffs it, and she like kind of nudges your hand with her nose, and she doesn't go full in for like the same kind of greeting that she gave Cade, but but she kind of. I'm gonna say actually, you know what? This is your thing. Give me an animal handling check. She's not an animal, but I'm gonna just consider it.
Yeah.
Not classified.
Animal adjacent.
Yeah.
Animal adjacent. All right, that will be a 21.
Yeah, she nudges your hand.
Did she recognize me as one of the people trying to free her? Or was she completely underwater at that point?
She was in a bit of a panic. She didn't quite know, but I think she can kind of deduce that, like, oh, Cade set me free. These are the people that were with them.
Okay.
I'm just going to stand there and go, hello.
I'm petting Callie. Like,
Just wave from afar.
Estrella, give me an animal handling check.
Okay. Lord. Do I have to?
Yeah.
5.
She sees you and she dips her head underwater for a second and just goes and
Spits on me?
No, like she took water from the water she's in and squirted it out
so
at
she
you.
Spits on me is what you're saying.
Okay,
I
sure.
just got spit on.
It's not her
Brackish water.
spit. She's like.
But if
It's
I
like a
drink a glass of water and then spit it out, I am spitting on something, am I not? Whether it was my
Well, you
saliva
can
or not does not change the fact that I was just spit upon.
do water organisms have saliva? Do they need it?
No.
I never thought
I
of
don't
that
think
before.
so. Why would they need it? Anyway, your creature just spit upon me. You wanted this, didn't you? You find this funny. I can tell. I don't get much out of you, but I can tell you find this hilarious.
Zahara's
Gross.
definitely like,
I just like
laughing
wipe
behind her hand.
off like. I mean, I'm like no longer disguised at this point too, so like it's just like my red dress and everything. I'm just like, ugh. I'm gonna have to change again. It's like the fourth time today.
Yeah, your disguises are gone.
Okay,
now,
so
you
no
haven't
longer
seen
green.
that,
I'm no longer looking. I'm dying.
so. No.
Guys, we're no longer the green
I
team.
forgot
Yeah,
about
that's right.
that.
But I feel like
I
we
did
shouldn't
too.
be called that anyway, because then there's the green teens in NADPOD, and it's so
just
similar.
wait, Sam. Just wait.
Oh, I know.
There's more.
Cran and Derlin.
Well, yes, but I'm saying more when it comes to that kind
Oh, my
Oh,
of
arms.
naming convention.
Jesus.
Anyway, yeah, so you guys have met up with Callie. I'm assuming you... Oh, one thing you do still notice, and I'll say for free, is that she still has this collar on, and it still looks like it could be activated.
And it's mithril.
Mithril. What do I have?
It's made out of mithril. I have my.
It is made of mithril, but it actually, you know what? I'm gonna say you guys give me investigation or
Does it
arcana.
have a lock on it?
Well, give me an investigation or arcana.
Those are the same.
It's gonna be a no-go.
12. That was
If
my
it
first
int
bad
based,
roll of the
why did I
day.
pick something int based? 8, 9. I get 9 either way.
12
Let's go with
investigation.
9 arcana. No, investigation. Why would I choose arcana? Australia doesn't do
Just
arcana.
nothing.
Cade, what did...
I got a 5, so.
I got a 12.
5?
Investigation.
I'm actually gonna say that that's enough, Zahara. You see that this, or actually, you know what, Cade, you get advantage on this, so roll one more time.
I rolled a 2 and then a 3.
Okay,
That's a 5.
never mind. Well, Zahara, you see that, you remember that from before, when it was actually, like, shocking her, that it looked like your blue lightning.
Yeah.
And you see that it looks, except for the part where it is attached to that chain still, it looks completely like it's one piece. You do, however, see some, like, blue markings on it.
So there's no lock, is what you're getting at. So I can't pick a lock.
No, there is no lock.
And it's not like there's a weak point in it because it's all one piece. Does it look like is it actively like hurting her but like at a low level, or is it like off
Not
now?
at this moment. You get the feeling that it's like there is some sort of apparatus somewhere. You don't know what the range on it is, but like a button that someone can press.
Okay.
How would it have gotten on her? I don't understand.
I wish I could just like put my hand on
It's probably
it.
magical, so you know it like magically fused together. Magic, whatever. This is why
you just, like,
cast
I don't
shatter on
trust
it.
magic.
Magic, whatever.
I wish I could like put my hand on it and have like the lightning directed towards me since I have resistance. And I was also thinking like, oh, what if I use my breath on it again? But then I feel like that's just gonna shock her.
Probably. I wouldn't advise
If I
that.
if I cast shatter on it, it'll hit her.
Zahara, I want you to give me an Arcana check.
Okay. That's not my strong suit, but
Yes. Keep making us do.
That's an 11.
Rolls. We're whiz people.
Yeah.
yeah, we've got like
unfortunately, this is an int thing.
I mean, I'm not dumb. I've got a +1, but it's not enough.
I have a +2. I just rolled a 2 and a 3.
Mithril mines are in the Dark Isles, and we were considering going there. Maybe they'll have mithril cutters when we get there.
Honestly, that's not a bad idea.
So do you guys, you guys don't have to decide to handle this now. You can, basically, you have this chain that you could use to kind of let Callie pull you along in your murder boat. And you holding that chain wouldn't necessarily, I will say, wouldn't make the collar active.
Okay, so it's oh right, it's the collar with the chain attached. Okay, yeah I forgot about that. Okay, Yeah. I guess we do
If
that.
you don't run into anyone with the button, they have no real reason to just hit it. Like, I mean.
True.
And if they do, I mean, I'll just grab onto the collar and maybe some of the shock will be diverted toward me.
Oh.
Alright, so you guys just kind of, grab your murder boat and, hold on to this mithril chain and just let
I have
Callie,
a crazy thought. You know how I stole that man's shoes? And this feels like a Shannon level thought because it's going to be sciencey, but only vaguely sciencey, so it's still Rebecca. But okay, you know how I stole that guy's shoes? And I particularly wanted boots that would be good for walking through a marsh. Okay, so keep that in mind.
Why?
Okay, so they're probably rubbery. Do you get? Okay, and so what if I melted them down and just put like a rubber coating around the electric thingy?
Estrella, that is genius.
I'm using the science. You can't. You have to appreciate this coming out of this brain.
That is genius. Now I'm looking through my list of things that I have to see if I have anything that's a what's it called? Not a conductor. Insulator.
Some rubber.
So basically, just having like an insulator.
Yeah, an insulator. Doesn't have to be my melted shoes, but you know, I just figure. Just something to think on as we prepare our motorboat for liftoff. I guess I'll
prepare our murder boat for liftoff.
I have the bag now, I think, right?
Yeah, I gave it to you.
So I guess I pull the boat out of the bag. So I start pulling, and I'm just like, oh, my -1 strength. Someone help!
Callie sees that and just like takes a little puts her mouth and kind of just. No, she bites like the top of it and pulls it out of.
Can there be just like a little, like tiny little, like mouth indent, like teeth indent at the tip, and it's just permanent and it's just there? Like that's like the mark. I don't know. I think that's cute.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have any rubber on them? I don't think I have any,
but are the shoes, but we've established that I have them, and they would have to be rubber for me to have chosen them to go through a marsh in.
True.
Also, Tim, I realized you meant to say 3 horses, but I keep reading as 3 whores. Just 3 of you, 3 whores. Like, okay, that's rude.
Goodness.
What's the diameter of this collar? Of this shock collar?
Neck-sized. Large neck-sized.
She's a gargantuan creature.
Neck-sized, sorry.
So
probably like
a few,
like 5 feet. I would
feet.
assume 5 feet is the diameter. Well, that seems excessive. Maybe like 3 feet would make more sense. I'm looking at the picture. It's
can
not a full square.
Can I do an investigation check around the area for natural rubber?
Yeah, see if there's any rubber trees.
Wait, hold on.
But
why? Why?
So we can use the rubber to act like an insulator around.
Have rubber.
In the shoes?
Shoes.
Well, yeah, but like I don't think that those tiny little shoes gonna have enough rubber to like coat the whole collar.
What do you mean tiny little shoes? The boots. They're rain
Stell's
boots.
got big feet.
They're rain boots, and I'm 5'9" already, so they have to be pretty large to fit me.
Regular sized shoes.
Also, we probably just
with
have
a giant.
You could probably use like
freaking shock collar.
Well, sure, I suppose you're not wrong. That's not probably enough, but
okay. I mean, I'm not gonna argue then. If we're able to cover the shock collar with just the rubber from the shoes, I'm totally
say yeah.
Okay, cool. Never mind then. So, all right. How do we do this? I've never made a. I don't work with electronics. I don't know how this works.
Okay.
I
pull out my flame tongue greatsword off of my back. I light it, And I'm just like, okay, I'm just melting these shoes. I don't need them anymore. They're ugly as heck. So, you know, and you guys, so like, I go off for a moment. I'm going to go melt my shoes off in a corner somewhere. I have to go change and such. I'm covered in spit, so, and I change my shoes into my high heels because we're about to go off. So I might as well put on my normal shoes. I'm not going to be traipsing through the marsh anymore. And so I melt. I get my flaming sword and just, yep, there. I'm there now. They're all nice and gooey.
The flaming sword you can't even use.
Yeah, I can use it for this. I can use it to start a campfire. That's what it's for, right?
I mean, yeah, honestly, like, it's like, who even needs torches? We just have a sword that's on fire.
So I just, like, okay, so here it is nice and kind of gushy, and you can sort of rub it on. I mean, it's going to be very hot rubber at this point, I'm realizing, so I'm not just holding the hot rubber. That would be insane. But, like, I've gotten it, you know, so, like, it... Okay, maybe I go off, I change my shoes and all of that, my outfit.
I'd like to find some leaves you guys to put, like, underneath the collar so that the rubber, the hot rubber isn't getting on her.
Hold on. I'm gonna have all three of you make an unskilled tinkering check.
Who says I'm unskilled? Can I give myself guidance on this at least?
So what
is it, like a flat roll?
It means you don't get proficiency, but tinkering would probably be
intelligence.
Of course, you would make it intelligence.
It's
I know it is actually intelligent. Artificers are intelligent. Yeah, I know. Anyway, I'm guiding myself on this though because this is a prepared thing.
I'll give Sahara, not Corinne, Bardic.
You don't need to do that because I rolled a 20.
No.
Woo!
So, like, I literally
rolled a 12.
I don't know anything about soldering, and suddenly I'm like...
You don't have to anymore, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
At 20...
Yeah. I just give you the shoes, and I hold out the sword, I'm like, and struggle to even hold it, because I'm like...
See, I may not know much about soldering and electronics, but... I feel like I'm pretty good at art to be like, okay, we're just gonna like drip the melted rubber over the thing, and I have my leaves underneath so that we're not getting hot rubber on Callie's neck.
All right, so you guys insulate the shock collar,
and I douse my sword and put it back in the bag.
I guess the shoes are no more.
Climb back.
It's fine.
I've got
my heels,
into the murder boat.
My stilettos of stabbing back on.
You guys climbing into the murder boat?
We are. Mm-hmm. Probably not a great place to be wearing high heels, but it's fine. I'm sitting.
And you guys sail off. I'm gonna say that only Cade would really know this, but you guys don't actually have to do any sort of encounter checks for while you're on the river because Callie is enough of an intimidating force. Anything that would want to bother you, away.
Also, we're, in a murder boat. That's pretty intimidating as it is. I'm sure it has an aura about it that says,
there's a skull painted on the side.
If you die...
There is a skull etched into the side.
We have flames on the back.
No, there's no flames, but there is a skull etched into the side, and it is black wood.
Yes. It's got a look, okay?
It's very...
And now it's teeth marks at the front, too.
Okay. So, you guys sail along the dormant river and finally make your way down. Here, I'm going to actually just take you guys on my little drawing journey. So, you guys... make your way down the dormant river and... out, well, almost out, to the very edge of this little, to the mouth of the river, where you see a big dock full of lots of boats, more on the smaller end, not as small as your little murder boat, but like the river ships. And Cade, you would actually know this. And you guys would all know this, that Forminda is the #1 expert in freshwater travel. So just like Lilybrook was where you'd go if you want to get horses, Forminda is where you want to go if you want to travel the river. At least this river. And so you guys, and you see that on the far end of the dock there is this small
Wait, I have
little
a question.
staircase.
Speaking of horses,
Yes.
Is there a horse in this boat with us?
I'm gonna say that you guys can fit all 3 horses in the bag, because that would be insane.
Is that going to hold later? Is that canon?
I thought we could always fit all the horses.
No, we
No,
can
we can
only
only
fit
fit
two.
2
You
horses.
can fit all but 1.
But I currently have Ruby in there.
Well, I mean, it's been...
Yeah.
She took a rest, probably.
I think Ruby can come out.
Yay, okay.
I mean, Ruby could fit in the fucking boat.
Is she
yeah.
back to full health now?
I don't think she's back to full health, but she's not unconscious anymore.
So she has like 1 hit point?
Yeah, how many does she have total?
5. 5 is her max.
I'm gonna say she's at 2.
Okay, cool.
And with that, it wouldn't let you have 3 horses. Yeah, there's a horse in your boat.
Okay. I'll have Harold out.
Of course there is. This is perfect. This tracks with us. Of course, there's always a horse.
I did say back in Lilybrook that I'd be fine traveling by foot. I did say that.
Well, and it's your horse that's in the boat with us, so...
Okay, so you guys come up to this dock, and you see that there are a couple of people ready to just help you out to your boat, help tying you up the boat, and they actually give you like a little slip, which is basically like it's your parking slip that like when you come back, there's going to be somebody that you can't just walk onto the dock. There's someone to stop you to be like, he would be the person. The person would be there to either book people for a ship or to take these slips and take you to the correct boat.
Like when you're in a parking garage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, bye, Tim.
Bye.
Ah.
And so you guys then see that there is on the far end of the dock, after you guys get out and everything, they help your horse out of the boat.
Probably questioning why we're in a rowboat with a horse. Is that not what kind of... Like, this is a rowboat-sized boat, right?
I'm going to say Callie actually a decent way away because she's a little wary of people now. Basically kind of just nudged you in the direction of the dock and kind of gave you the same jet of water thing that she did to Estrella. She does to the boat so that it has an extra shove. And she kind of stays out in the deeper part of the river. And Kate, I think you could probably assume that she will wait here, unless told otherwise. After a certain amount of time, she might just go back home.
We don't need her to stay, do we? I forget what we're doing.
We're going to Coven's
I mean, you could tell her to go home.
I suppose.
Yeah, you could tell her to go home.
Yeah, I want to tell her to go home.
Okay. Then she gives you another little nuzzle, little trill, and she gives actually the same to Zahara, and to Estrella, she just kind of, just like with her nose, just kind of like,
hey, I was part of your rescue too.
And
everybody's a critic.
And then
she's a critic.
And then she dives down, and she is gone. And you guys then see as you're get off the dock, this little narrow staircase that slowly widens as it goes up into this grand staircase because it's kind of on a cliffside. And you guys walk into the town of Forminda.
Remind me, is this the town that I was helping them out with a lot after like all the crazy weather stuff and
Yeah,
growing
I
things was
cannot
difficult, or was
remember.
that a different one?
I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, and I will go back in my
Yeah.
notes to double check
Did
that.
I go to
But
Forminda? I'm pretty sure I was in
I
Forminda
think
at some
you
point.
did.
Yeah.
You performed at the Candlebed
Yeah.
there.
Yes. Correct.
And Zahara, you, let's see, you went to Forminda, and you helped because this was the city that was closest to like the whole destruction of the peninsula and Coven's Cove and stuff.
Yeah.
You helped them like put up tents and gather people and hand out like food and water, and you also helped with create if I'm reading this straight from your little thing, you even helped create a delineated wetland to mitigate floodwaters.
Yeah.
Of course you did. Why wouldn't you
Sure,
do that?
you delineated that wetland. Go you.
Yeah.
So you are both a little familiar with this area. Estrella, I believe you spent like about a month here, so you're
So
You're
I can
pretty-
get us.
I think-
I can do a show and get us a place to stay if we want to stay here. I have that ability. It's one of my character abilities. So.
Yes, I do know that. Yeah.
I'm pretty popular here,
Are we staying here?
and I don't need to be in hiding, so I'm fully out, looking very much like
I mean,
the
I'm fine with that.
like
If we're-
the Lady Starlight right now.
So, what you guys see when you walk up to this town, so I'm just to give because Cade, this is the first time you've ever been to this town. This is the first time you've been to the other side of the continent.
Wow.
I mean, the furthest west that you had gone was Dormishire previously. And so this here is Forminda, which is, while it also has a booming travel, what's the word I'm looking for?
Industry.
Yeah, thank you. Industry. It also has a lot of other things. Cade, you would have actually heard of some of these things because well, you have your own little secret, not secret, but how your town, your hometown has its own little casino. This town is essentially Vegas.
Ooh.
It's like, Cade, where you came from, it was like Atlantic. It was more like Atlantic City. This is Vegas.
Oh.
This is, you see that there's a main.
Oh, this is a fun place for me then.
There's, yeah, you had a lot of fun here, Estrella and Zahara. I think that like it's a town, but it's not a city, and I think you had some good nights here while you were helping out the town too.
Yeah, I probably spent some time there too, like back in the day.
Oh,
anyway,
I'm sure that
'cause it
you've
was the
been there
closest,
before. Yeah. And it looks like this place has not been touched by the apocalypse. There are people in the streets. You see vendors in every inch of the area. This big red tent in the beginning is actually like a visitor center, and they have like little maps of it's like the kind of like the stars map of in like Hollywood that they do, except it's just a town. It's just a map of Forminda and all the different places that are here. These are two Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. These are two protectors of Ninda guard towers to, make sure that the people feel safe, because they're essentially like police and stuff like that. All the way, well, over here is the salty cranberry.
Sure.
Oh,
I just decided that was going to be the name of a tavern.
Yeah, it was. We were having a conversation in the chat about it.
Yeah.
So.
Tim, I think it was Tim suggested
Well, I
it.
suggested it was a tavern.
Oh, yes, you did. And I loved it. So this is the Salty Cranberry. This is the For Ninda candle bed that you have performed at Estrella to raving reviews. You see some just like caravans of people that are probably either these are some like still people who have been kind of displaced from stuff. Or are still maybe moving. Well, yeah. I mean from the
I get it.
collision, I guess, or but are still like kind of just content being where they are, not really like looking for or they're just passing through, probably like you guys are. And then there is also this is the casino right here. This is actually another casino, and this right up here is the grand attraction. This is the casino.
The casino. Not a casino.
And
the casino. Got it. Okay.
The casino. And it's also the home of the best burlesque show in Ninda.
Okay.
Well, I know you got Rebecca's attention.
Interesting.
Come on, we love that movie, Rebecca.
I do. Rebecca does love the movie Burlesque. Yes. This is true. Estrella is intrigued.
I'm sure you went there. It's like in the movie Burlesque. Yeah,
Estrella wants to perform at not Burlesque, but just in general wants to perform at the on the stage there. Obviously, like that's a goal. That's goals right there.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think getting Estrella to perform burlesque would be a fun little side mission.
No, thank you.
And yeah, that is the town of Forminda. You see, there are. It is evening now, and there are lots of like lanterns lighting the big walkway in the middle of the town. There are lots of people around. It's also a little like New Orleans in the fact that like you can apparently drink out in the streets here. So you just see like it can get a little rowdy. And you probably do know this, Estrella. Yes. Probably less Sahara, because when you were visiting here, it was a little like they probably still had fun, but it was a little tense because of things that had just happened. But Estrella, by the time you got here, they were. Business. It was back in full swing. So you were probably even like kept up some nights because people were being too rowdy.
Oh, I was
but
up
that's
some
why
nights too. Like,
oh, I'm sure you were also.
No, Estrella. She slept during the day at this point. Like,
oh, true. That's right. But I more so meant like there are some obnoxious people in this that can be like But
I think this is Estrella's kind of town.
This is
I think she likes it here.
Yeah, Cade, you can hear music coming from every single building, and you would think that it would sound incohesive and just too much overload, but somehow, despite they're not the same kind of music, it all blends together very well. And so that when you're standing in the center of town, it's just you just hear it just
has its own melody.
Exactly. And yeah, you see people out in the streets playing music, and then you also see like at the front of the casino, you see like some of the burlesque dancers like kind of advertising, like just hanging out in front and welcoming people in and stuff like that.
All right, so I know we've got places to be and all that, but we should probably. I mean, what time is it at this point? It's probably.
It's evening,
so we should
like
probably stay here for the night, I would assume. So I can get us a place.
Yeah,
to
unless
stay
you wanted to travel in the dark.
Well,
I mean, we did have kind of a long day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same day that you guys
basically like got into a fight with the military.
Public enemies.
Yeah, so I'm going to See, I was going to say I would
Hey,
just
it's
go,
actually a good
you
thing.
know, I'm going to walk up
It's
to the visitor's booth and say, hello.
Hello?
Do you know who I am? You gotta act
Pull out
important,
my
okay?
die. I didn't pull out any dice.
Imagine if we
I'm
just
gonna
did
run.
that.
Kate's
Like,
gonna run to
hello.
the bathroom while Estrella does this.
Also, I realized it's actually a good thing the mirror bats are out of commission, because otherwise it's like, imagine like letting all the like sending all the mirror bats to all the towns to be like, all right, we're looking for these public enemies, but now we can't send the mirror bats anymore. So it's
She goes, oh my gosh, it's the Lady Starlight.
There's no the, but yes.
Sorry. It's Lady Starlight.
Yes, exactly. That's me. I'm back. And
Fantastic.
yes, it is. I'm so glad to be here. So I was wondering, I'm just going to be in town for one night, and I was hoping to put on a show. Do you know of anywhere where I could maybe there's like a stage that is missing an act?
Well, let me take a look. And she like opens a book because of course they have like
That's why I went to the
yeah. And you know what? Roll me a luck check.
A luck check. Okay, come on.
Yeah, well it's luck
Okay,
to see if
cooperate
there's
with me.
any open
15.
15. Okay. She goes, yes. I believe that there is an opening at the Candle Bed, as well as at Bob's Casino.
Which one's Bob's Casino?
This one.
Okay, so like almost the good casino. Next to the
Yeah,
good
and the
casino.
Candle Bed is like a nice candle bed. It's not,
All right.
and they do like
Yeah,
they
and
also do
it
regular
would get-
shows. It's not
yeah.
like
it's
we're
like
in
a Gaylord, like a Gaylord
What's
hotel.
that?
It's a.
It's like the hotel that Katsukan is at.
Oh, okay, yes. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if it's that
Fancy.
intense, but yeah. I mean, every candle, like I said, every candle bed looks the same, but it doesn't mean that they're not good. People still go, like, everyone wants to stay in the casino when they come
I
to
was gonna
Forminda.
say, it's like
Can
am
they
I gonna
all
give a
stay-
show at a Holiday Inn?
Like, the casino is more like the Katsukan
yeah.
hotel. But
Does
Candlebed's more of a. It's not a Holiday Inn. It's more of a Marriott.
I guess there's a
Mhm.
okay, so Bob's Casino doesn't have it. Does that have rooms, or is because like I'm trying to do a show so that we have a place to stay for free is kind of part of this. Also, I want to do a show, but like I want a place to stay. So like, does Bob's Casino have rooms? Or is it part of a hotel situation?
I think it does. Yeah. It's not as actually, you know what? Let's see. Yeah, it's not as nice.
Like the rooms.
It's a little it's a
Okay.
little dingier.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with the candle bed then. Alright, thank you! You've been a major help. Come along, my
Yes.
toadies, let's go.
Toadies?
Well, I have to act like a celebrity.
Yeah, they're not roadies?
I don't know.
They're
I don't even know what you're
toadies?
talking
I'm
about
talking
right
about
now.
Zahara and Kate. You guys, you can feel free to hate that I called you that. That's fine. But
What's a roadie? What's a toady?
A
toady
roadie?
is someone who
Toady is not
Toady
anything.
is anything. What do you mean is not anything? A toady is like someone who does your bidding. Hold on, I'll Google it.
That's called a henchman.
No, a toady is a thing. I didn't make this word up.
I think
I
you did.
didn't. This isn't like an eye shot thing. This is a real
Is that a
word.
pimp?
You say a pimp? Why would that be the word?
My pimps.
No, that's the opposite of what I'm talking about.
I know, but that's funnier to think of. Come along, my pimps.
Yes, come along, my
Burger
pimps.
pimps.
Like what? I'm not going to the burlesque. We've already discussed this. Okay. In Okay, so a toady is an obsequious flatterer. So they're just the person who goes around and like
They're groupies.
who like flatters you and does and
They're groupies.
yes, that is what I was calling
okay.
you a groupie is what I was calling you.
Yeah, see, I know the term groupie.
Yeah, so toady basically it means groupie, but yes, I think I meant roadie, not toady. I got them confused, but
Toady just made me think of Toad from Mario.
well, so
Like,
in the movie The Christmas Story, is good. The bad guy in the the bad guy is in like the kid who's like beats him up and stuff. That kid whose name is like
Okay.
Fergus or something like that. I don't remember. Anyway, Fargus. I don't know. Anyway, he has his little friend. The short one.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Toady.
To my little friend.
Because he is
then.
his toady. That's
Got it,
where
got
I know the word from. I swear I've heard it
Okay.
other places, but like in my opinion, in my knowledge, toady means someone who toads on you. That's not a phrase. Totes on you. No, that's not a phrase either. Can you tote on
Last
someone?
5 minutes of conversation.
What's the
needs
word
to be
for when
quit.
you
Anyway,
do
what's
things for
happening?
someone? You're
It's doting
Dotes.
on them.
a toady dotes. A toady. My doting tutors. Oh my god, it's so hard. This is like the worst conversation. Yeah, please move on.
Toady.
Okay.
Toady
So,
tutors.
You guys. We're
Come
not.
along, my
we're moving on
roadies
from
there.
this.
Jesus Christ.
We're moving on from this. You
Kate
guys.
missed all of that.
I'm assuming
I'm
what?
glad Kate missed all of that. I'm gonna have to ask them if they know the word toady.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
So you guys make it. These are very long stairs, by the way. You're probably out of breath by the time you get up here.
Athletics check.
No. We will
You know what?
all
I just
fail
want to see
that.
how
Oh,
out of
God.
breath you are. Give me an athletics check.
3.
I rolled a 6.
I rolled a 4.
Estrella, you got blisters.
Yeah, that tracks. I'm wearing 16
I
heels.
actually have a +3, so I have a 9
You have a +3 to athletics? How?
proficiency.
Yeah, you're a little winded, but like not bad.
We've had a long day.
Yeah.
I hate these stairs. It's the one thing
can
I
only
don't like about
imagine
this town. This town is
it's
great,
smooth.
but oh my god, why is it so tall?
So tall.
Look at heels.
Well, regardless of my heels or not, it's still gonna be this tall.
Anyway.
I'm 6 inches closer to the top this way. That's how that works, right? Go
Sure.
on.
So you guys walk towards the candle bed, I assume.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
To perform in
you guys walk into the candle bed. Throw you guys on here. And and
Wow, this is a big candle bed.
this is what the other one looked like too.
Oh, this is just the new map for it, I think.
Yeah, this is just a map for
Which
it now.
one's is the left the bottom floor?
Yes. So you guys walk in and you see standing right over here is your usual friend, Sunny!
Are they all named Sunny? Is it like a Nurse Joy situation?
Yes,
Yes.
100%. So
When you
you
get
see
hired at a
Sunny.
candle bed, they take away your real name and give you the name Sunny. It's a whole conspiracy.
You also become a turtle.
And or they're omnipotent gods as well.
Or
this
they're
is
all
adding
sick.
to my conspiracy. The candle beds are just like the Lazes. I see
see,
them.
they're
I see
all,
how this works.
They're all
Is the
identical
god of
twins.
what are all the gods' names? Laz is the god of, something, and Sunny is clearly the god of something else.
Laz is the god of capitalism.
Yeah, and Sunny is the god of sleep or something. I see where this is going. I see it.
Kate's missing out.
All right, you guys walk into the candle bed and you see Sunny there. Just showing you guys Sunny again.
Aww.
And she sees you guys walk in and goes, Lady Starlight, it's so good to see you again.
Hi. Yes, I'm in town for tonight, and I was wondering if you have any, if there's any room on your stage for me, just for tonight. Just a one-time show.
You. Oh, always for you.
Oh, you're just darling. Thank you. What do I need to do? When would I go on? Details, please.
How about in 5 minutes?
Well, that's rather quick then,
alright.
alright. I'm always ready for a show. You would be comping us a room and board, I assume, yes?
Yes, of course.
Alright.
And if you will come with me, we'll show you to your room so you can just get settled in and prep beforehand.
Thank you.
And
I have to prep for 5 minutes, but okay.
and she leads you guys upstairs to this bedroom here.
Okay.
You guys.
Dang. And one at the bottom. One big bed. One big bed. One big bed. It's NADPOD for anybody else who doesn't understand that reference, but it's just so good.
And as soon as we get in the room with the big bed, Estrella would just lay on it and be like, "This is mine, you guys can have the floor." I got us this.
True.
Anyway.
I'm gonna grab the corner bed because I like having my
all
back.
in a corner.
Which corner?
The
There's
one
3 to
opposite-
choose from.
The
one without
the
a bed?
Lower right.
The one without a bed? Was that the
Yeah,
corner
you're
you
just
would
like here.
Yes.
You're just
No.
You'll just take
You're
the
there.
floor.
The lower right one.
I will
Okay.
be in the what?
I would like the corner bed, she says in a room with 3 corner beds.
Yes, I will take this one then.
No, that's the one that I
thought you said
wanted.
the lower this side.
I said the lower
I
right.
don't know what that means.
That's true.
Fine.
The one that was
know what that
completely
means.
opposite
Fine.
the
And
door.
I will be in this one. One that's weirdly close to the door.
Alright.
You found a token. There it is.
Okay.
And
I guess I have to rush downstairs. That was a weird end. Downstairs.
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 I'll be rushing
no.
downstairs now.
I have to go prepare for my act downstairs.
Where
and,
would I be doing this anyway? I don't see a stage.
You would be doing that here.
Oh, just
Like by
standing
the
in
fire.
front of the fire. That's
No, pretend there's like a little raised
Okay.
stage. This is a pre-made map.
okay.
But it would be in that little
Okay.
hearth area.
All right. Well, I just want to point out that, how are we going to get customers if there's no time for advertisement? But okay, I guess this is just one of those, flash shows. Only the lucky get
Like
to
a
see
flash
it.
mob.
Yes.
And you guys hear from outside, you actually hear someone's voice like magically projected. And it says, "The Lady Starlight will be performing
Lady
in
Starlight.
2 minutes." Sorry.
I
Lady Starlight
I
will
only
be
say
performing-
that because I don't want it to sound like the lady flame from
Yeah, I
Taz,
realize that.
So yeah.
Yeah. Lady Starlight will be performing in 2 minutes. 2 minutes, everybody. Candle bed in. Candle bed in. And after 2 minutes, you have, you know what? Give me a luck check to see how many people are interested in magic. Or magic,
Okay,
not
come on.
magic.
You've been betraying me lately, but only when it made sense because I can't go upstairs. 15 again. Woo! I am lucky
All
today.
right. Yeah, you bring in a decent crowd. And
Hello, welcome, you lucky ducks who get to see me perform.
Zahara, do you go to the performance?
I might as well. I'm gonna go to the performance and just kind of like.
You can collect them.
I'm gonna keep an ear out for like anybody who's talking.
Okay. Cade, you guys are currently in the Candlebed Inn, where Estrella is about to perform. You guys have been shown to your room, which is where I think Zahara's token is right now.
Yeah.
That's the room that you guys are in. Estrella has claimed this bed, so this one can be yours. But do you go to the performance?
Yeah, why not?
Thanks, your support is noted. Now I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Kate, do you know what the word toady means?
Toady?
Toady.
No.
Never heard that word before. Nothing. No thoughts. Head empty.
Head empty.
Toady?
Toady. Maybe I'm okay, fine. Fine, it's just
Sounds
me.
like Toad's.
What's it mean?
It's,
like a roadie.
No, it's like someone who
Roadie?
Someone who dotes on
constantly
you.
agrees with you and stuff.
Toady.
A toady dotes.
Yeah.
A toady
toady
dotes?
is a doter. A doting toady. Yeah. I figured out how to say it. I got it.
That's the name of the other
The
bar.
doting toady?
A
That's the
doting.
name of the
doting
other
The toady
casino
doters?
is...
Doty toadies?
Toaders.
Yes, it's Toady Doters.
Good.
Toady Doters.
Okay, anyway, we're not gonna have this conversation again. I just need to check. Anyway, okay.
Doting over Toads.
Welcome!
Toady Doters.
My wonderful fans. I almost just knocked down a painting on my wall over there. Okay. I am Lady Starlight, and I am about to take you all on a stellar journey. And
a stellar journey.
yeah, and I pulled out my cards and we got this bag now, but like I had been traveling with my my rings and my wands and my all of that, and I do all of those things.
Thank you. Cool.
What is on your head?
It's a 3D printed octopus.
Oh,
So cool.
I see. I thought it was one of those like head massagers.
No, he's got
It could be.
articulated legs. Got suction cups on him too.
That's so cool.
So can I roll a performance check?
Yes, roll me a performance check.
Okay, come on, work with me. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, that's a 29.
Hell yeah!
I didn't even guidance myself. I could do better. If I had
you know
remembered,
what? Not needed.
I get a 30 if I guidance myself. I only got 1, so. But I've done the impossible by getting a 30.
I mean, you might as well if we're gonna go to bed. Like, you're gonna get everything back, so you might as well.
Yeah. Well, no, guidance is a cantrip, so I can just do it whenever. But I would have done it. I would have given. I always give myself a pep talk before I do any show, so I guidance myself.
Yeah. You see that like a hush falls over the crowd. They are starstruck. And then once your performance is finished, they go absolutely apeshit for. They are loving you. Rousing applause.
Thank you, thank you. Tell your friends. Tell the owners of the big casino that I should be invited there at some time in the future.
I mean, honestly, yeah.
Does anyone here have any connection? No, I don't. With my 30, does anyone here have any connections to the big casino?
Somebody gives you their business card.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
You'll see.
Okay.
You'll see. And with that, do you guys go to bed for the night, or
Wait.
Well, I had sawed myself in half for a moment, so I have to like put myself back together.
I had sawed myself
I gotta do something amazing,
for a
right?
moment.
Somehow I've sawed myself in half, and I put myself back together, and I.
During her show, I wanted to make like a perception check to see if like what people are saying, if they're saying anything, and to just like I'm just a little like looking over my shoulder, like are there gonna be any guys coming after us from the Capitol?
Go for it. Make that perception.
That's a 13.
You don't see anyone anything like that. They all seem to be very engrossed in this performance.
I would like to,
Does make
at
sense.
the
It was
end,
very
I'm
stunning.
going to take off my hat. A dove flies out of it, and I say, in case anyone's feeling generous.
And then Ruby goes and catches the dove.
Give me a persuasion roll with advantage.
That would have been funny.
Persuasion is 16.
Roll me a D100. See how much you get.
Much obliged. Oh wait, I've got a D100. I can roll my actual D100. My
Yes, your actual.
Oh my god, big dice! Please bring that to when we do our in-person session.
44. I will. It always comes with
44. You get 44 gold.
All right.
Damn.
It's acceptable.
Now
Now I have to do math. Hold on. What's... Okay.
And yeah, so you guys, is there anything else you guys wanted to do, like during Estrella's show or afterwards, or?
Afterwards, I'm gonna like kind of just like, I don't know, take care of Ruby. And
I was gonna
just,
say
like,
take
care
Ruby
of her.
out.
I mean, you could eat
And,
the dove.
No, I was joking. I'm not actually gonna do
I
that.
want to just like walk around the streets.
Okay. Yeah.
I need to take care of Ruby because like she almost went down, so I'm like still kind of shook about that. So I'm just gonna do that in the room.
Yeah, there's like and there's like trees and stuff and areas where you could like, it's not like forest that Ruby could really like hunt in. Well, I mean, I'm sure she can hunt. There's gonna be things around, but yeah, there's like a grassy or woodsy area that you can kind of go around if you wanted.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say that that's over here. And Cade, you're just gonna walk around in the streets?
Mm-hmm.
And Estrella?
I guess I'm going to go with Kate.
All right. Cade and Estrella back at it again.
For what reason?
No, I don't like to be alone.
Let's start with you guys then. What do you guys do in this town?
What time is it right now in the game?
The show was at
roughly.
7, so I would say that it's like 8:30.
Okay.
Well, where are you going?
Nowhere in particular.
All right, that's fine. Then let's just walk, I suppose.
And you have nothing better to do with your evening, then?
I mean, I already did my better to do. Are you trying to get rid of me? Do you want to be alone? Do you have a specific reason to be alone, or are you just trying to get rid of me in particular? One I'll be offended on, and the other I would understand. You get to decide which.
You'd be offended if you found out that they just wanted to be alone, and you'd be fine with if they wanted to just get rid of you.
I made the joke, yes.
Yes, I know.
Sorry, I just got distracted by my phone. No, you can walk with me. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, you're so kind. Thank you.
I don't really have anywhere in mind. I just want to like slink around and like people watch.
Okay.
We could go
Also,
to the big
give me-
casino. You know, there's nothing like it in the rest of the continent. It's something to see. I've seen it before, but like, I'd see it again. It's a recommendation.
I suppose you're right. There's probably something interesting to see in there.
There's yes. Depending on what you're into, I suppose.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess we can go in there. Are we leaving Zahara? Where'd she go?
She went out into the woods to feed her.
Yeah. I think Zahara is gonna go to sleep early, so that like it's kind of staggered sleeping schedules. Cause she's still kind of like a little on edge with everything that happened. So she's gonna go to sleep early so that like she can wake up early to kind of like keep watch while y'all are sleeping.
That's fair.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So so you guys go into the casino.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a map for that. I'm sorry. But you walk in and it is quite a grand sight. It is 3, maybe more floors that you can at least see, with like the stage is right as you come in. You see the stage in front of you, and then you can see that there are like balconies at least 2 more floors up, that there are chairs and tables and things that people can sit at. You see there are booths off to the sides, bar on either side of the room, and tables right on the first floor, right in front of the stage. And you see there is an open table. And yeah. And you see that the lights do flicker, that the next like performance is gonna happen in like 5 minutes.
Well, shall we? Wait, where is the casino part of the casino?
This place is multiple floors. You don't know. There could be. Well, I mean, I guess you've been here before, so they are further up.
So the first floor is where the burlesque stage is.
Yeah, and you actually do see from behind, because there's a big window behind the well, you know this only because you've seen it open. There's a big window behind the stage, and there is now an amphitheater behind it. That usually was the road out of town in the other direction, but they seem to have renovated and put in an amphitheater there instead, since there's no more road.
Interesting. So, shall we? Would you like to watch the burlesque, or would you like to go to the casino? Or if you want to people watch, here's where the people are.
I don't know that I want to watch burlesque sitting right next to you, so why don't we go upstairs?
Again, I don't know whether to be insulted or, you know, it's fair. It's fair.
All right.
Talk the whole time.
Well,
that's not quite the point of the show.
I mean, no, that's fair. That's honestly fair.
All right. So I mean, unless there's anything in specific that you guys wanted to look for while you were here for any particular reason, you can just tell me like how many games do you essentially play, and we'll see if you make or lose money.
I'd have to steal money in order to play games. Well,
you can pickpocket.
Yeah, so
this place
you'd have to steal. You just made 44 gold.
Yeah, you don't spend your own money. Never spend your own money.
You know the motto: never spend your own money. Especially never gamble your own money. That's throwing away your own money most of the time. I mean, if it was not in a casino, I could cheat. But, like, if we're in a casino, you know, they got, like, probably magic or something to keep you honest in that way. So, I don't cheat when I'm in casinos, which just makes it, well, gambling. And I'm not about gambling. I only like to gamble when I know I'm going to win.
So then not gambling.
So that's not a gamble.
Correct. It's a gamble for the other person. believe they're going to lose, so it really isn't, but they think they're gambling. That's the idea. It's all about, it's a mind game.
Okay, so what do you guys do?
I'll play a game.
I'll watch. I'll blow on their dice.
So you're gonna go to the craps table?
Sure, I guess so.
Well, here's the fun part. I don't know how to play craps.
I do.
So, how do you play craps?
You roll 2 dice.
You
bet on what you're going to roll, basically. You roll the 2 dice, and then, if you roll, if you roll a 7, that's bad.
You know what?
If you roll an 11, that's good, and,
Alright, we're gonna play it this way. Cade, what do you bet on?
A number?
Yeah.
You can also bet on whether you're going to get a good number or a bad number.
What's my number range?
It's 2 d6s, so 1 to 12?
Yes. No, 2 to 12.
7.
2 to 12.
2 to 12, thank you.
7.
7?
Yeah,
All
7 in craps, it means that you're just betting that you'll get the most common number there is. So, it's bad if you get 7 the first time, but good if you get it the second time. No, it's bad if you...
Alright, fine. I was just picking my lucky number.
No, you're betting that you're going to lose, so you're betting against yourself, which is actually something you can do in craps, is you can say, I'm betting.
Alright, we're gonna do this a little differently because I'm very confused already.
Well, it's been a long time since I played craps. My
is...
high school stats teacher taught us how to play craps, and we did it.
Okay, this is Nindarian craps, which is gonna be a little different. Hey, Cade, what number do you think you're gonna roll?
7.
7? I'm gonna roll, on roll 20.
You have the highest chance of rolling a 7 out of all numbers, so you got an 11.
You
Man, that would have been worth so much money. Chances of rolling 11 is very low, and it's also, double.
So, how much did you bet? I should have asked that first.
A gold, I guess.
Just a gold? Alright, so you lose 1 gold. Do you want to do it again?
Sure.
Alright.
I'll bet 5 gold on 4.
On 4. Alright. You gonna blow on the dice, Estrella?
Yes. Oh, so close.
Oh!
Damn.
So, I should have bet 4 gold on 5.
So, minus 5 more gold. Any more?
I have to go until I win something.
That's how they get you.
5 gold on 8.
Alright, let's see.
Damn it, I was gonna say 6. I hate this.
So you're now in the hole 11 gold.
God damn it.
You want to keep going?
I'm gonna bet 2 gold on 7 again.
Right.
There's your 8.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You're up to 13 gold.
You're not very lucky.
No, clearly not. 2 gold on 12.
Okay. Oh! So close. It's 11. Oh.
I give up. I'm gonna turn to Estrella and say, why did we come up here?
I'm honestly not sure at this point. You wanted to people watch, and I said this is where the people are.
Yeah, let's go eavesdrop on someone. Fuck this.
Alright, so do you guys take a table?
Yeah.
What floor? First, second, or third?
Is there a floor with more rich people on it? Like a
roll
floor?
Roll me a d4.
Okay. 3.
They're on the 3rd floor.
So 3rd floor. They're the people who are careless with their money, don't deserve their money, and thus their money, they can be liberated of it. It's a freeing thing, really. I'm doing them a service.
Of course you are.
So
To the
Are
third floor we
you
go.
going to pickpocket?
absolutely. Not anyone who
I
looks
wanna
like they're in
liberate someone
charge
of
of
their
a
secrets.
casino, but just a random
No.
patron, yes, very much. It's someone who looks touristy.
Alright.
Who looks touristy? Make a insider perception or something.
Yeah. Yeah, give me an insight or perception.
Okay. 18 insight.
Yeah, you see some like bigwig kind of guys that
Yes,
look
definitely
like-
give me the
that look like
those
they're
guys.
yeah, I'm gonna say that they're not like touristy, like they don't know what they're doing.
Touristy, like
This is
the
prob-
businessmen on a business trip. That kind of guy.
Business trip, yes.
Got it. Yes, absolutely
and not the
those
specs
guys.
And not the specs kind of
Yes,
business trip.
yeah, I got it. Okay.
Um,
And I look to myself and go, okay, Estrella, this is what you're good at. They deserve this. They had this coming. And so I guidance myself, and I'm going to go
Alright.
pickpocket them.
Go for it.
I have rolled a 1 on not on my d20, but a 1 on my guidance. All 3 times I've done it today. What? Excuse you. Anyway,
The guidance is just not guiding you.
Yeah.
The guiders are
Yeah,
not with
I'm
you.
not, and my pep talks are not as strong as usual, apparently. Okay, so this is
You're
sleight
thrown
of
off
hand.
seeing your
So
bubble.
that is 26.
26? Alright, roll me a d10. Actually, roll me a d20.
19.
You got 19 gold.
Damn.
Wow.
Very good.
And
Can I also steal one of their belts? So that their pants comes down later. Not like immediately, but just, slightly uncomfortable. I got a 26.
Oh
we
my
can
God.
discuss
What could
that
possibly be the
later when
reason?
you decide. You're gonna have to do another sleight of hand for that if you really want that to
Really?
happen. Yes.
But come on, I got a 26. I can't. A good pickpocket can steal people's clothes. I'm a magician. Like, that's a magician thing, to steal watches
I mean,
and
I'll
stuff?
say with a 20. Yeah, with a 26, I'll say that you can get like a nice gold Rolex.
Okay. I will take... Wait, they have Rolexes in this world?
Yeah, Rolex. Yeah, of course. It's the Rolex family.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
They're from Shady Lake. You got a problem with this, Rebecca?
Yes, I wanted his belt, but fine, I will write down Rolex.
It's a gold watch, all right. It's not a Rolex.
Do I
The
get
gold
the
watch.
gold as well as the gold watch?
Yeah.
Fine, I will
I
take
feel
his
like
gold
our-
watch, because that's gonna... This is like, having 19 gold out of his wallet is nothing to a rich guy. But getting his heirloom watch, that's what I'm talking about.
I feel like our party is like basically like Steve Irwin with Edgar Allan Poe and like Harry Houdini or something like that. But like, I don't know, a
Steve
fancy
Irwin,
Harry Houdini.
Edgar Allan Poe and Houdini.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
my favorite
Yes,
comparison.
this is an accurate statement.
Yep. A fancy Houdini.
I love it. Yeah.
Dear God.
All right.
That's going in the VOD description this time. Steve Irwin,
Yeah.
Harry Houdini, and Edgar Allan Poe go on a
Walk into a
Go to
casino.
go to a burlesque. Don't
Go to
we
a burlesque.
specifically do not go to a burlesque show.
Yeah, you guys didn't sit down. The show had been going on. You guys didn't sit down at the show.
I've seen
You-
it.
I mean, I'm also,
Rap
my
stable.
character's also asleep, so.
Well, yeah, yours is asleep. Yeah, what else do you guys want to do while you're here? Or is that it? Anyone else? You've now gained money, Estrella. Do you want to gamble?
I did make 19, but now I have a nice round number of gold. I'd kind of be sad
Okay.
if I lose it, especially on betting.
You don't have to.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep it. So
All right.
I go sit down with Cade to observe these rich people.
Alright. Give me. First off, give me one of you. Give me a luck check. And then and then both of you can give me perception
I'll do
checks.
luck. 17. My luck has been good today. At least.
Right.
Yeah, rolls have been pretty good overall.
And then you said perception?
Yeah, perception.
That's not good, though. I got a 5.
I got a 17
I have
perception.
such bad perception.
Estrella is lost in the show. You guys took a seat, like on the
I'm
third
just counting
balcony,
my
but
money.
yeah.
I got a lot of it to count. Oh, can we see
so-
down to the burlesque show?
She's trying to see
Yeah.
who's got the loosest belt.
Yeah, probably. That is what I'm just observing belts now. I'm like, what clothing piece can I steal from these rich people that they wouldn't notice? That's the most fun for her, is she loves stealing people's random clothing. Like, yes, money is nice and all, but
Shoes.
like stealing people, well, sure, but like stealing it when they don't know it is the best.
Goodness.
That's a magician thing. It's not even just a thief thing. That's very much a magician thing.
Yeah. Cade, with your 17 perception and your 17
Luck.
and the 17 luck check, I'm gonna say, you don't see anyone of necessary importance.
You can also read lips.
Yeah, I know that. But you look around and you start listening in on a conversation, and you just kind of, unfortunately, it's not too much. It's not things that are very insightful. These are rich people, but it doesn't seem like they're very well connected. Like,
They're shallow.
they're just rich people. They might be
Rich
like a
people.
fishing magnate or something of that nature. And you kind of just hear them like, oh, did you see this thing about, have you seen, oh, actually, you know what, I will, actually, no, this hasn't happened yet. My timelines are getting mixed up. You kind of just hear, like, people who... You would think that more people would care about what's happening in the world, considering its ending. And these people just don't seem to give a shit. They...
That sounds like the real world.
In fact, you hear them... you hear one of them talking about an invention that he is coming up with using Isles tech to go to the moon.
The moon.
I'm gonna lean over to Estrella.
It is 100% a Loxodon named Elon Tusk.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna say to Estrella, if your
Eat him. Eat the rich.
fingers get the urge again to slip into a pocket, I think that table could use
Is
some
that a
humbling.
euphemism?
We're not slipping into my pocket, so no.
Elon Tusk.
Alright. Yes,
It wasn't meant to be a euphemism.
just checking.
You made it a euphemism, though. It has become a euphemism. If you say that word too much, it loses all
meaning?
grasp on reality.
Like
Yeah.
doting toady?
Euphemism.
There's no
Toady
meaning.
toad.
That never
Toady-doter.
was
It had
in
a
our realm of
meaning! In
reality.
my world,
It's
it
the toady-doter.
it had a meaning.
Do you guys go over to the Toady Doter after this?
Absolutely
The
not.
Toady Doter.
What about the salty cranberry?
Yeah, I'm going to walk by Elon Tusk and what's he wearing?
He's wearing like a nice suit,
Can Jan do his
jacket.
belt?
Does he have a belt on?
And he's got a big like belt buckle.
Ooh. So like a fancy belt buckle.
I mean, I could mage hand his belt off of him.
I mean, who needs that? I can get it.
He's sitting down. How the fuck are you gonna get his belt off of him?
Magic. Magician's trick,
Okay.
not magic. Trust me. I'm sure your mage hand is very lovely, but I don't know that it has the dexterity that my real hands do.
You go for it then.
I'm gonna make you do a stealth and a sleight of hand. Because I don't know how you're getting up to him. The belts typically come off.
Well, no, what you do
in the front.
I mean, like, if you watch like people who do that trick where they steal, like, where they'll take people's articles of clothing, it's like you do a bump into them and then a distraction.
Oh yeah, if
and
that's
so,
what
like,
you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, so explain how you do this.
Okay. I'm dressed for showbiz. I'm important, So he's sitting at a table. Is he with people?
Yeah, he's with other billionaires.
Okay. So I walk up, I bump into the chair just slightly, and sit and go. What do I do? Hold on, I have to think for a second. Because like my first thought was spilling something, but that's gonna get me in trouble probably. Yeah, because it would be a lot easier if I can get him to stand up, and the only way I can think to do that is if I spilled something on him, which is probably not a way to stay low profile. Yeah, I don't know if I can do this successfully. It's a fair point. I'm sure it's possible for, like, an actual magician. I just really don't know.
Without,
like, legit sitting on his lap, which, ew.
I was gonna say, that was my other, like, this is a burlesque club. You don't think that the dancers are a little handsy with rich men?
Oh, yeah, I thought of that and then I was disgusted by it, so,
yeah, I mean, yeah.
So I'm going to say to Cade, okay, so I technically could, but I don't know that I would,
respect
yeah,
yourself.
I don't know if I could respect myself afterward.
You don't need to take his fucking belt. I was just saying, if you were to steal something from someone.
Is he wearing the hat?
I just meant, add them to your list.
Okay, well, if I see him again standing up, I'm not going to sit on this man's lap. He doesn't deserve that.
He doesn't deserve to have me sit on his lap.
Though, I do really want that belt.
Oh,
I
man.
love stealing from rich men.
Alright. Well, you guys just hang out there?
I'm watching the burlesque.
Hang out for a bit. Have a drink.
Okay.
Have a beverage.
Alright,
I have like a plus 10 to deception. I think I could pull this off.
Oh, for crying out loud, just do it.
You know what? While you're thinking about it, I really have to go to the bathroom real quick. So think about it. Think your plan over. You can talk about it with your party members, despite the fact that they're not. Well, one of them is there.
Yeah. If I sit, okay, so I just go up to him and I say, are you enjoying the show and all of that? And I do, my whole thing and take a nice sit upon his lap and say, oh, darling, and, caress his gross elephant face.
Why do you have to caress his face?
So that his eyes are distracted. I have to make a distraction while I use my other hand to steal his belt.
This is growing heinous.
It is, you're correct. But I feel like I have to when I've talked about it this long.
Alright. I mean, if you want to touch his elephant face, I guess.
I really don't. I'm not a big fan of elephants.
Not a big fan of elephants. Can I mage hand his face?
Mage hand his face?
I don't know. I don't know how to help you
I
here.
don't know that you can.
I love how you're just like robbing rich people in casino.
What else am I gonna do?
No, I'm not. I do genuinely enjoy it. I'm not
Try
like
and frighten him, and you could steal his belt on the way out.
True, that would work. Like I said, I just need a distraction. Then I just need him to stand up. Then this becomes a whole lot easier. So if you spilled something on him.
So we're
Mage
back to
hand his
spilling.
drink onto him so that he has to stand up.
Okay.
There.
I thought you wanted.
Figure
All
this
right.
out.
There
Now
we
I don't
go.
have to be disgusted with myself.
But do it when somebody like reaches over the table, so it's like it seems like it's that, and not just that the drink randomly fell over. Unless they're all drunk, because then that would matter.
Probably a little bit.
Oof, I am sleepy. I still need to eat dinner.
Agreed test.
I just requested I joined the queue to make an AO3 account.
Excuse me? You made an AO3 account.
I request you have to like get an invitation, so I joined the queue.
What? I didn't know that.
I'm not gonna write. I just want to be able to keep track of.
Oh, to be able to
thing.
like favorite things or be updated when they update or whatever.
Yeah, because I made the mistake of reading 2 things that are not finished,
The strug.
and I don't want to just have to sit and have them in my like private
These
browser
are
and refresh them.
queue. I know
Yeah.
AO3 is like kind of a big deal, but like a queue? It's interesting.
They like send out invitations.
How do you
I
get
feel like
an
you used to-
invitation?
Well, now they have like an automated thing. I think back in the day you used to have to be invited by someone that had an account or something like that.
Interesting.
But now they have like they send out like 4,000 invites a day, and there's like 80,000 people in their queue.
Oh. So,
Like I probably won't get an email from them for like 20 days.
jeez. That's so interesting. Like, why?
I don't know.
Like, is there a verification process?
Maybe
Because
to
I
like prevent. I don't know, because like what kind of bot is
Yeah.
making an AO3 account? Like what
Well,
would be the purpose? of that?
is no, because I mean, this is a major issue in fanfic community is that like companies are stealing fanfic ideas and using them. Like, I
Oh.
just read this thing about like Wattpad. I don't know how to
Mhm.
pronounce Wattpad.
Wattpad.
Made like a deal with Universal Studios or something where they can just use their use fanfics that are posted on Wattpad.
What?
Yeah, right. As like inspiration
That's
to,
fucked.
in order to appeal to Gen Z better, because it's written by Gen
Well,
Z.
Gen Z is not on Wattpad; they're on AO3.
Well, true.
So,
Yeah, it was like it was a Tumblr post, right? And so like the Tumblr post was saying like if you have you may not have posted your stuff on Wattpad, but sometimes it just gets on Wattpad, and you have to like write a cease and desist letter basically to say this is
Yeah.
not legal. But luckily, if you have your stuff on AO3, AO3 literally exists so that you have lawyers. Like AO3 is made for like has a whole a legal team to support your fanfics.
That's
Like
crazy. I did
that's
not
what it
know
exists for, is so that if an author tries to do a cease and desist thing, they'll come to bat for you and say no, this is fair use, and like yeah. So that AO3 that's what I mean by AO3 is like legit. Like that's why it's
that. I did not know
yeah.
that.
Mhm.
I just feel like they have better stuff.
Yeah, they have better sorting options, which is nice. Like how you can really sort their tagging and stuff.
I did not. That's fucked up. About Wattpad's also making their own fucking books. Like I saw a book in the store the other day published by Wattpad.
Yeah, I've seen like
And I
the
was like, oh,
published
no.
fanfics and stuff. Yeah, I've
Terrible.
read. I mean, I've watched a couple YouTubers like do readings of like published fanfics and stuff, and like how just bad they are.
Oh no.
It's fun time.
Scary.
So, what you gonna do?
So I am going to mage hand his drink so that it falls onto his lap.
Okay.
Preferably like as someone's walking by or something, so it's not just like complete stillness and the glass just tips over. But
And then when he stands up because the drink has fallen on his lap, to like wipe himself off or whatever, because that's what a person would do. That's when I'm going to bump into him and steal his belt. Maybe I'll even act like I'm going to try to wipe him off a little. Like,
Okay.
oh, you poor dear. That kind of thing.
Cade, I'm going to need you to do either stealth or sleight of hand. You can choose which one. For your mage hand.
Okay. Stealth or sleight of hand? That would be stealth, and I got a 23.
Damn. All right.
Plus 10.
Yes. The drink spills on him, and he instinctively stands up. And Estrella, you swoop in.
And so I have told, okay, Estrella, you don't have to sit on his lap. It's all okay. This is a much better plan. So that's my pep talk. Do I do a deception or sleight of hand? I mean, I know I have to
do me both. Give me
which
both
first.
Because
I think what I want to put the guidance on. My sleight of hand is +9. My deception is +10. So I will go with guidance on the sleight of hand. Okay. So.
So give me a deception first.
17.
Okay. And give me your sleight of hand next.
Oh, what is wrong with me today? Or with Estrella today? That's wait, that's not how numbers work. Hold on. 15. It's not great.
15. Yeah, he's a little flustered. I'm going to say that you do it.
Okay.
And you successfully grab his belt.
Sweet.
For no reason whatsoever.
And actually, I want you to make a, I'm going to say insight check on the belt.
Insight?
Insight check on the belt.
Yeah.
Okay. 25.
The buckle, platinum.
Ooh.
I put Elon Tusk's belt in here, but Elon Tusk's platinum belt. That's much better.
Yeah. Yeah. And, that is that. Do you, let me make I'm gonna make a dex check for him to see if he falls down when his pants fall down. I don't think he falls over, but his pants do fall down a little bit. And he goes, "My word," and he puts them back up. And I assume that once you do that, that's when you're getting out, right?
Mm-hmm. We've
Okay.
enjoyed
So as you guys,
burlesque show. It was
yeah,
nice.
And so as you guys leave, you hear him go, "My word," and you go, "What happened to my belt?" And that's all you hear. As you leave. I'm glad that got Kate so much.
There's nothing more that I want to hear is some God, my word. What happened to my belt?
My word.
My word. It is yeah. Something about my word is very good. I don't know.
I do enjoy it.
My word.
Man, I guess you guys go back to the candle bed after.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you guys head. Oh, excuse me. So you guys head back to the candle bed. Zahara is asleep, and you wake up, and it is the next morning. Zahara, you wake up first.
I do wake up first.
Yeah, you woke up. You went to bed early so that you could stay up and keep watch in the morning. What do you do during that time? What's going through Zahara's head?
I am a little bit on edge with everything that had happened the day before, because I'm like I know the mirror bat system is down and stuff, so like it's gonna take a while for like if they're gonna like get the word out or whatever. But I'm like, are they gonna? I don't know if they're gonna like send people after us. So I'm just like, I'm out with Ruby and I'm like taking her for like some hunting, but also kind of like I'm staying around the hotel. I'm just kind of keeping my eye out for like any like shady figures, people in uniform, things like that.
Okay. Excuse me. Give me an insight check. Not insight. Sorry, investigation.
All right. Investigation. It's an 8.
Well, also, I'll say this. So you're like kind of walking around the town. The town's not too big, so it's not like if you walk back towards the entrance to town that you'd be too far off from the candle bed. So
I'm keeping the candle bed in my sight.
In your sight. Okay. So you are walking around, and you do notice that, like, as you have read before, there is a newspaper. There is the Nindarian Chronicles.
Mm-hmm.
And you see some like that at the foot of like the businesses and stuff, but you also see a stall like in the market, selling newspapers if you want one for a copper.
Yes, definitely want one.
Yeah. Now give me another investigation check with advantage because you are actively reading the newspaper, and unlike your other character, this one can read.
Yes, it's nice. I don't have to rely on
nice to be able
pictures.
to read materials, isn't it?
All right, that is a 19.
19. You see that the headline of this newspaper says "Artifact on the Move, Possible Subjects, page 6." So you flip to page 6.
Yeah.
And right there is a picture of Cade, Sahara, and whoever Estrella was at the time.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I know it's not Estrella. Shoot. And is this a picture
and then
of us?
You also see a smaller picture, or actually, you look at like the captions of the pictures, and while they did not know Estrella and Cade's names, they do know your name. So it says, Sahara Shearwater can be seen traveling with these 2 other suspects and a talking shrub.
Oh no.
Well, we haven't heard from Monty in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, Monty comes waddling up. What you reading? I can't read.
Monty.
Huh? What?
We gotta get back to the hotel.
Okay.
To the inn. Hotel.
The hotel.
So it's like really early though, right? It's like 5 a.m. or something like that.
I was gonna say it's like 7 a.m. I think the others stayed out kind of late.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's 7 a.m.
Okay. So there's like not really anybody around.
You see that like, I mean, it's a casino town, so like
Everybody's sleeping
the
in.
People don't wake up until like noon. So yeah, you see that it's like not completely empty. There are like the stalls in the market are starting to open. You see that the casino is advertising a breakfast buffet, and that following suit, the other places are too. But you do get free food with your stay at the Candle Bed. So you don't have to pay. You don't have to go to some sketchy breakfast buffet.
Okay. I'm gonna take the paper and walk briskly, not enough to arouse suspicion, but like I'm not moseying. Walk briskly back to the like a power walk, back to the inn. And when I do that, I'm gonna tell Monty like, wait a couple minutes, then walk after me. And I put my hood up.
Oh.
To hide my face.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. You just hear him counting out a few minutes.
Okay.
As you walk in. Give me a luck check.
Oh no. That's a 5.
You see that Sunny is currently reading the newspaper. And she looks up as you come in and goes, and you know what I'm gonna say? Well, you have your hood up, right?
Yes.
Do you just make like a beeline for the stairs to go up?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I think she just like kind of looks up and goes, no, couldn't be. And then sees Monty waddle in after you, like a couple minutes after you, goes, talking shrub. And doesn't say anything, but just has thoughts. And he waddles back upstairs with you.
Okay.
I counted to 180. I think that's 3 minutes.
Good job, Monty. Do me a favor. I need you to stay quiet and go stealth mode.
Stealth mode.
Oh, okay. So
that's what I said. I decided.
Monty goes, and so he goes, oh, okay. And he goes stealth mode, and so he just like sits in the corner, and his eyes like disappear so that he just looks like foliage.
Mm-hmm. By the time I get back, are Estrella and Cade waking up?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that you guys. I'm gonna say that you were walking around for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Before you saw the newspaper, and so I'm gonna say that you guys are probably awake now.
Y'all.
Y'all.
I'm saying y'all with an Australian accent.
Said like, y'all. Y'all. Yule.
They go. Right, Cade, Estrella, we have to get out of here. Like, our faces, well, not yours, Estrella's, but our faces are in the paper. We have to leave now. Like, no dilly-dallying. We gotta get out of here.
All right. I had a good night. I'm ready to go.
Let's go.
All right.
And Zahara's also gonna say, like, Cade, we gotta book it out of here. Rebecca, you can give the room key. Rebecca? I'm tired. Estrella, you can focus on checking us out because it's not your picture, but
yes.
Let's go.
I'll take care of it. You guys, my toadies can just shave. Can just, carry my luggage and whatnot. So, to-do. I will distract Sunny as you head out. We can meet behind the inn and head on our way.
Right. All right. Sounds like a plan. And the paper, when I was talking about the artifact, is that like a picture from when we were in Dormishire or from when we were in the city with the library?
The pictures are the same as the sketches that were being used, that you were being compared to. You know how when you left Dormishire, the guards there were comparing people to, like a sketch?
Yep.
It's from that. It's the same sketch.
Okay.
Yeah, because they don't know that we're the ones who took the book, so.
Well, they said that they're looking.
They were suspect of you guys to start. You don't necessarily know why.
True.
And yeah, I mean, and so, but I mean, the person searched Cade's bag and didn't find the book, so, but you guys are still kind of wanted for releasing a story serpent.
Well,
which didn't even belong to them in the first place, so.
Well, I mean, that's kind of like saying that,
that Harold doesn't belong to you.
So, like, to them, it did belong to them. It's not, your opinion on animals aside.
Well, no, like, did they buy
Yeah.
the serpent off of, like, I guess Cade's family or whoever?
Oh, they bought her from someone. They bought her from someone.
But the serpent originally belongs to Cade's family?
Hmm.
We were like
Well, I mean,
the
that's for
protectors.
Cade to.
Okay.
She wasn't
You were
like
the
our
caretakers.
possession. Caretaker.
You were the
that's word.
caretakers.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so do we get out successfully? I guess you
It's
guys
like
probably have to
9
be
a.m.
stealthy
now.
about it or whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Cade and Zahara.
We wouldn't still happen to have some of Specs green nail polish, would we?
Nail polish? Oh, scale polish. I mean.
Scale polish.
Scale polish?
I forgot about that.
Or, oh wait, sorry, it was yellow. And then it made me
I
green.
no longer have to be in disguise, which means I can use my once a day disguise self on you. Wait, no, disguise self is a self thing. I can't do it
self
to
thing,
someone
but
else,
since
can
you
I?
are, but since I'm going to say that since it's not
Just-
actual magic, you can use it on
So
Zahara.
then, yeah, who
And-
wants my disguise self?
Well,
Yeah.
Cade has a disguise kit, don't
Oh.
they?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so then yeah,
I'll take it.
I will disguise.
could also
I will
make
use
it
my disguise self on, or my disguise kit self. I'll use my magic version. And so which I get a. Did we say this? Is this? I forget. Deception, sleight of hand, performance. Which or just dexterity, constitution.
it's a
charisma.
no,
it's charisma, right?
No, it's just a deception.
Okay, well, so that's even better. That's not a just, that's better than my charisma.
Oh, okay.
Because that's what because deception is based
Am
on
I
charisma.
disguising myself too?
I mean that's up to you.
How
Your
do you-
face
Yeah, so I
is
got a
in the
31,
newspaper as a suspect, so.
Jesus.
So I think Zahara is
31?
completely a different color at this point and does not look like the same person because I got a 31.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
what do I roll?
You can also roll a deception.
$21.
20?
Not as impressive as 31, but
You know, it can't all be
yeah,
me.
I think that you guys are here. I'll roll a. Well, you guys are headed in the opposite direction, so there are no city guards going that are blocking that exit or anything because they are. They don't expect people to be going down that abandoned road, essentially.
Yeah, well, it's still good to, on our way
Yeah.
out of town and all that, to just make sure.
Yeah, I think those rolls mean that you guys have no one that is around, because it is still early, but no one that's around recognizes you guys as the people in the paper.
Mhm.
But I will ask you guys to make a stealth check getting out of the candle bed. Not you, Estrella, because you're not wanted. Well, you are,
Yeah,
but
got it.
you
my
aren't.
face is not.
Yeah, your face is not wanted.
I mean, it is probably all of my adoring fans, but, not in a negative
but-
sense.
Cade
Is it
and
with
Zahara.
advantage because we're disguised and Estrella's distracting Sunny?
No, it's gonna be flat.
Oh.
And I'll tell you why
what
after.
am I making?
Stealth check.
Ooh, okay, that's good.
I thought that was a 1.
That's a 23.
17.
17, 23. Okay.
Not
yeah,
great, but better than a nat 1.
Here, let's
Yeah.
make this real. Oh, I gotta pull out. I finally organized all my NPCs.
Ooh.
My
Wow.
Fancy.
big book of Ninda NPCs.
Did you get Ninda because of Nidarian? Is that how you came up with it?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
It's like the Hindu word for sleep, so.
It works out perfectly though.
I know, but it
Nidarian.
was after I heard Ethersea when they were thinking of Nidarian for a Brynar. I was like,
Oh, see, I didn't get that was a joke earlier when you said Nindarian.
no, you didn't. I knew that.
Yeah.
Most people aren't going to get it, but I thought that Shannon would get it.
Oh yeah, I enjoy it.
What am I looking for? perception is a wisdom thing, right? Or no, I guess this would be insight, which is still a wisdom thing.
Yeah.
So a 15 does not beat you guys. So, she doesn't see. I will tell you why why there was no advantage with that. It would have been advantage because you guys are in disguise, but Sunny knows everything that goes on in this hotel, and if she saw two people leaving that she did not know had checked in, she'd be very suspicious. So that's why it was technically disadvantaged because of that. And
Okay,
then
gotcha.
it canceled out. And
So she didn't see us
no, so
leaving. She's too busy talking to Estrella.
Yeah, she didn't notice. And yeah, you guys get out of town. You guys get the hell out of Dodge, and make your way. And you make your way on the road to Coven's Cove, which I will now just prep you guys real quick because I know we're at 9:30. But just to let you guys know that this next area is going to be literally rough terrain, as Zahara has actually gotten. It has what's the word I'm looking for?
I actually ignore difficult terrain because of my natural explorer feature.
Okay. Well, either way, you've trekked this area before. I'm just saying it's no longer a neat and tidy road that most people would be used to because of the essentially crumpling of the earth here. So.
Okay. Also, difficult terrain does not slow my group's travel if we're traveling for an hour or more, which I'm assuming we will be.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Well, that's good.
You will hear me complaining about my feet, though.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that it won't be difficult, though.
Oh, I know. But we can't be slowed down from.
Yeah. Well, that's good for your timeline. But yeah, and then
It's gonna be emotionally difficult for us having to deal with Estrella.
Yeah, really.
Oh yeah.
Are we there yet? How much longer? Why are we out here in the wilderness for so long? Why did I agree to be here?
All right, and on that note,
good night.
Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight, and we'll see you soon.
Soon. Good night.
Soon.
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know exactly when.
We don't know.
Good night.